Night Gallery sucks. I'm going to repeat that just in case it was cut off in the beginning. Because Night Gallery sucks.
There we go. Now I got it clean.
Night Gallery sucks.
All right, let's hear our intro, and then I'll cue something up.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the weekly podcast sanctioned by the government of Wonderland. Swear words of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the podcast. All other swear words are restricted. Wonderland officials of Ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the podcast and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 2 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until the podcast concludes. Blessed be our Wonderland leaders in America, a nation reborn. LIW The Twilight Zone review is now in effect.
Imagine, if you will, an announcer you can barely understand. He refers to a particular, but you're not quite sure what he said. He seems to be eating something, or perhaps he's a little drunk. It's remotely possible that he just said something about the scary door.
Bordering in Wonderland, the Twilight Zone review.
It was not guns or bombs that defeated the aliens, but that humblest of all God's creatures, the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
It's very nice.
Let me welcome you to this parlor of paintings. We offer them to you for your enjoyment and edification. Feel free to dwell on them at your leisure and in your own good fashion. But kindly don't touch, because here, they frequently touch back. Our number 1 painting in tonight's exhibit, this intriguing portrait of a young lady, curiously photogenic and hauntingly familiar.
Nope.
Recall seeing this face? You've seen it. On billboards and magazine ads, on television.
Oh my God, it's a long intro.
Oh, yes, you've seen it. But there are people who, having seen it, wish they hadn't. Our painting is called The Girl with the Hungry Eyes. And should I have failed to mention it, this is the Night Gallery.
He did fail. Thank you.
You failed magically in this 3rd season.
For 3 seasons straight.
Oh, man. I'll give him maybe 4 episodes. But the season 3 has been garbage.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to LIW The Twilight Zone review, episode 290. Night Gallery 302, The Girl with the Hungry Eyes. I'm Phoenix West.
Dick it eyes.
Get
The Betty Davis eyes. Yeah,
Wow.
I can't. These 2 were slogs to get through. They were so fucking boring. I fast forwarded half of the second one because I was just like, I don't care. I know where this is going. I'm so bored. I don't care.
Yeah, if you're on the live stream, we're doing Girl with the Hungry Eyes, and after this, we're doing The Waiting Room. If you're on the podcast, it'll be the next podcast. But I have a hot take for you. I didn't mind this episode. I thought the story was absolute garbage. Stupid fucking story. Didn't mind watching it, though.
I was just, yeah, I mean, it reminded me too much of that other episode we saw where I thought it was the same actress. The one where the guy goes, I have this dream, and she's going to kill me, or I'm going to kill her husband. And it's just like, guys, it's like the same fucking writer, probably.
This continues with my theory that Night Gallery is ideas that were not fleshed out into stories. They weren't fleshed out in any way. They're just like, oh, here's an idea. Oh, we'll film it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, this could have been told in 5 minutes. You got to have something else going on, show.
I would agree with that statement.
But, okay, so this one is directed by John Badham, or Badham, however you pronounce it.
He sounds familiar. I think he's done movies.
Yeah. He did War Games, Short Circuit, Saturday Night Fever, and the best Johnny Depp movie of all time, Nick of Time.
Oh, my God. He's a wonderful director.
He's worked.
He's good.
And now he's still alive. Born in 1939, still alive.
Oh, my God.
He's recently directed an episode of Siren, whatever that is. Supernatural,
No.
Rush Hour, an episode.
Oh.
12 Monkeys, Arrow, Constantine, Psych. He did 6 episodes of that. He's
Well,
done
he has
a lot.
TV then. Well, that's what they go. I think they go to die as TV because it's just so easy.
Oh, he did not only Stakeout and Another Stakeout, not only Point of No Return and Bird on a Wire, everyone's favorite Mel Gibson movie. He
Yes.
directed one of my favorite movies, Drop Zone.
Wow.
Wesley Snipes' Drop Zone.
Holy shit. No wonder you like this episode.
Yeah.
You've been bad hammed.
They got bad hand in the submission.
You got bad hammed in the subconsciousness.
Yeah, it's something about it. Just like it was working for the most part.
Oh, it's fine. It was just boring. It was just I was just bored. That's all. Like I mean, it's fine. Like I can watch a boring thing and enjoy it, but I was just like this one. I was like, oh, it's fine. I get it. It's very nicely, whatever. It's just I don't know. Maybe the aesthetic is just boring. It's that 70s aesthetic.
See, that's what I think was fun for me because it wasn't Victorian furniture and red and everything.
That's
it
true.
It was like all nude. He's like he is the most 70s man ever. This photographer.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll pull up.
What do you want from me, babe? Why don't you stand over there, take your top off, and put the bikini on?
The season 3 intro. Listen to this. God,
Yeah,
it's assaulting you.
Terrible. It's terrible.
But where's his super 70s clothes? Here it is.
What's going on here? That's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so you'll notice here no Victorian furniture, which is nice.
Yes, that's a plus. This guy in his post-Vietnam outfit.
Enough about
I gotta-
Tom Walter.
I gotta know her, man. I gotta meet her. I gotta know her, man. Why are you making fun of me, man? I can't stop looking at her.
But look at this outfit.
There's like pajamas.
Later on, he shows up and he's hungover the next day when he wakes up right here.
No.
It's this, and it's like his chest is hanging out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who could sleep on that couch? It looks so uncomfortable.
Oh, he didn't sleep. He passed out.
He passed out. That's a big difference.
He went to 1970 sleep, which is 2 PBRs and a case of
And,
Marlboro.
and 5 cigarette packs.
Back in the day when you were a foot taller than your fridge.
Yeah, because people were thinner and taller then.
Well, look at him.
Yeah, it's not a very big fridge because people didn't eat as much.
No, it was all liquids in there.
It was all PBR and cigarettes.
And it
I
was
maybe
all-
got a jar of pickles in there. I don't know.
I mean, it was all weight they lost from running to the phone across the room.
Yeah, back in the old days, or changing the channel when the remote control was on top of the TV.
I like that he has a cup dispenser right here. Oh, you can't see it.
No.
He has a cup dispenser right above his fridge. Like those ones you get.
That's barely missing the
For the-
freezer door.
Yeah, if there's a cup in there, the freezer door is
Oh,
going
the freezer can tear it out. Yeah, put his Star Wars Dixie cups in there.
Yeah, what a terrible placement on that.
That's hilarious.
This is pre-Star Wars.
Yeah, sad thing is, I had that fridge in my apartment in 2010.
It's right behind you.
That was a bad that fridge in the 70s, same fucking fridge, and it made us all sick. Didn't work.
Oh yeah.
We had sushi in there, and that don't eat sushi out of an old fridge. It's gonna make you sick, and it was
already
bad. It was bad. We had to call the 95-year-old owner and be like, "Hey, can you get us a new fridge? Because this one's just not working." Oh, do it. And then he did it.
Working thus far.
For 50 fucking years.
I bought that back in the war.
I bought that after I killed a fucking Zippo. Oh, shit.
Oh, sir. Why does every call have to go to this?
When I was in Korea, oh, God.
Little bits of flesh hanging from my
Bunch
base.
of swamp rats. Oh, I took care of them with my Jeep tires. Oh, Jesus.
Picture him as what's his name from Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, yeah.
Little bits of flesh hanging from my bayonet.
Fred Thompson?
Williamson.
Fred Williams. Fred Thompson is the guy from Law and Order. Oh, I killed him with my bayonet. No, that's Fred Thompson. He was in Die Hard too.
Ah.
Stack 'em, pack 'em, and rack 'em. That was Fred Thompson.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep.
The bald dude, right?
Yes, and he was in Sinister. I think Sinister was his last movie. He was the sheriff or something.
Really?
I think he was the sheriff.
He used to be in a lot of stuff. And then
He was in a lot of stuff. Yeah, he was in a bunch of stuff. But he's dead. He's dead now. All the good ones are dead.
This guy's alive.
I said all the good ones were
70s
dead.
McDated over here is
70s McDated.
So
listen, I can't. Can I at least get a job on the Goldbergs? No, that's based in the 80s. God damn it! 1 decade off.
my powers didn't carry over. You know that.
God damn it!
Can we get a prequel to the Goldbergs, the pre-Goldbergs?
We did that show. It's called the 70s Show. Fuck! I missed my window.
Damn it!
God damn it! Topher Grace, little bastard.
That kid from It's Always Sunny ruined the 80s show. Can't do that anymore.
Fred Savage?
No, from It's Always Sunny.
Oh.
No, Glenn Howerton was in that 80s show.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. That's true. Yeah. Wow, that's amazing.
Fun fact.
Wow.
So here's the thing about this episode. I hate the script. I hate the pace. I hate all of the dialogue. I hate every single piece that makes something what it is. I hate it.
Okay.
I didn't mind watching it.
Wow.
I have no explanation for that.
That says a lot.
But I'm watching, I'm like, I know where this is going. It's the most misogynistic thing I've ever seen in my life. Where he's like, you foul woman.
Well, no, she did it, though. She's the one that entices the man and sucks the soul out. So actually, it's pro-feminist. It's a pro-feminist episode.
No, because it's misogynistic because it's men cannot be blamed for the horrible things they do to women. It's the woman's fault for enticing them.
Problem? It's their feminine power.
I mean, I saw the way she dressed.
I mean, come on now. Look at her eyes. She has those eyes.
Okay, the whole story is real quick. We can get this over real quick. He's sitting there looking at photographs of this woman, and he sees her, the girl with the hungry eyes, and he's like, you changed these photos. Well, and he looks up, and she's just there. First clue, she's not real. She talks him into a job by going
she's real. She's just supernatural.
So she's not real.
She does kill people. They are dead.
Yeah, but she's not a real person.
Sure.
She's an entity.
Yeah, she's an entity that could kill human men.
Yeah. But
yeah,
the thing is, you're not going, oh, that's a real person who just showed up and was like, oh, what's going on? Like,
well, I think you're. I was saying that you're saying metaphorical. The metaphorical. She's a human being, but no, she's just a monster.
Yeah,
in women's clothing or whatever.
So she's a monster. She's not a real person, is what I'm saying.
Very good.
He's like, all right, fine, I'll photograph you. And then it turns into a photography montage where he's like, yeah, that's fine. I'm not really buying this. How about, and she's like, look into my eyes. What about now? He's like, you're still doing a shitty job, but okay, it's working. She hasn't changed anything. And he's like, the bikini, the red one over there. And she's like, all right. Starts undressing. He's like, you're fine with that? She's like, yeah.
Nothing bothers me, David. I don't need you, David.
Mr. David Faulkner.
I don't need you anymore.
David Faulkner.
Don't follow me?
She becomes the head of a campaign for a beer. I forget what it's called. Munch, M-U-N-S-C-H brewery.
Munch. Oh, I get Edvard Munch's brewery.
And then everyone becomes obsessed with her. He starts to realize what's really going on, freaks out on her, burns all her stuff, and she vanishes. That's the story.
That's the episode. It's all. That's the whole thing.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Because mostly what I want to talk about is why none of it worked, and I still didn't mind it.
Okay. All right.
Because that's all dumb. It's all dumb.
It's just fun watching John Aston be a slimy,
a
slimy promoter for his beer. I need a woman that sells beer. We need someone with tits. Yeah. You want to look at the billboard, you just want to jerk off and drink beer. That's what you want.
That's what America wants.
That's what you want. That's what I want an ad. I want a face that makes you come instantly. I think I got it for you, Chief. All right, let me see the girl.
His little scene there where he meets Mr. David Faulkner, and he's sitting there and they're drinking out of beer steins. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Because they're men. Because this is back in the day where real men were in charge of things, and they drank beer from beer steins and smoked cigarettes and took pictures of women, and the women were just like, yeah, do what you want with me.
Endurance, David Faulkner, and this campaign will...
He says his full name no less than 80 times this episode.
David Faulkner.
That's very impressive, Mr. Munch. Here,
Munch.
in this space, will
Is
be
it
the
slut?
elusive ingredient. The girl. The girl.
With
You
the
mean
hungry
the
eyes.
girl, the girl with the hungry eyes that fits that profile perfectly because it's her face?
I want to play that scene where he gets back, where the boss comes over.
Oh yeah, that's over. It's way past that.
Yeah, it must be before. That.
It's got to be before this. There, I think he's on the phone. It's on the phone.
Did he not come over to his house?
I don't think he just talks to him on the phone and he dies off screen.
Here, I'll do this off screen.
I think he calls him. He's like, "I got to meet her." He goes, "No, don't meet her."
No,
He
he
goes,
goes up
"Oh,
right
yeah,
here.
you understand?"
I found it.
Okay. What was
Say, I remember it was in person.
Was it? Okay.
All right, let me share the screen here because pay attention to how many times he says his full name.
Except for Harry and the others like him. Who may be murdered.
David Faulkner? Knocked. You didn't answer.
David Faulkner knock.
I'm going to pause just so we don't.
Yes,
get
yes,
copyright.
very good.
That's one.
Sorry. Can I get you something?
He looks like a lunatic. Look at John Aston here. Huh? What's going on? Say his name over and over. Okay.
Her. You can get her for me, David Faulkner.
Yes,
I have to see her.
David Faulkner.
I have to know her. Mr. Marks, believe me, if there were any way, I would find one. Arrange it, manage, bring about, do. Cause to be, David Faulkner.
Mr. Munch, I tried to explain to you on the
Okay, he probably says it more. I'm going to stop it, though. I'll play the audio.
phone. You don't seem to understand.
No, it's you who don't understand. You've seen her. You've talked to her. Have you touched her?
Okay, that's probably it, but that's a lot of full name usage.
Well, he knows what he wants. He's going for what he needs to have in his life, so he's going to be very, very adamant about getting that woman in his life.
But when he's begging for this woman, it
David Faulkner.
sounds more like he's actually into David Faulkner than he is into the woman.
David Faulkner, I want to see your your balls.
Mr. David
Take off
Faulkner.
your pants, just your pants.
Oh, give me. And then the creeper friend shows up that we showed earlier, and he's just like,
Yeah.
You see her a lot? He's like, no, not really, just a couple. Photographer.
What-
Cool. Give me your number. Give me your information. I want to fuck her. I
We're
wanna
forgetting.
kiss you.
We're forgetting one pivotal plot point of the plot of the. Oh, Lisa.
How she told him, "Do not follow me."
When she says, "Listen, David, do not follow me. Do not try to find me. I will know, and I could get by just fine without you." So it's like, well, then why do you need him? Why even go to him? Because he's going to lose it and burn your pictures and burn whatever it is that you are, and kill you, destroy you, and that's the end of it.
And here's where we come into the problems of the episode. Why does she tell him that? And then he does it, and she doesn't do anything about it. And then why does she do that again? I don't understand anything in this episode.
I don't know. Like again,
all
it's the idea. It's the idea show.
Yeah, it's a fun idea, I guess. And his speech at the end when he's burning all her photographs is like, "Damn you, vile woman! It's because of you that men are driven crazy." And it's like, maybe they are because they can't control themselves.
You're a horrible woman who dresses in clothes and smells good, and you take care of yourself, and it makes me want to just kill all things and rape you. Okay,
that's the message you get.
That's the message.
It's not the men's fault that they can't control themselves and want to chase a woman down and follow her home. It's her
That's
fault.
right. Goddamn right.
Damn you, woman. You and your hungry eyes. You just want it.
Hungry eyes.
Yeah.
Well, look at you and I can't.
How is John Aston still very much alive?
No, he's dead now. He just died.
No.
No, I think he just died.
I looked it up.
I'm pretty sure he's dead. Like he just died. Like he just died like 6 months ago. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Yeah,
Then he must.
30, still alive. Still
What years
going. 91 years old. Still going.
Man, that guy is something else.
Is he? Do you think he's ashamed of his son?
Oh fuck! Why? He's in one of the
Curious.
biggest blockbuster trilogies of all time, and Sean Astin wishes he was in that. I could have been Gandalf, but no, my son had to play the queer character in that movie.
The hero.
The queer Samwise. Your mom was Patty Duke. She's dead.
She is dead, yes.
She is dead.
She's very
Sean Astin is the reverse Girl with Hungry Eyes. He sucks the life out of women and lives on for many years after.
I can see that.
I mean, shit. I wonder does he do a voice in the Addams Family cartoon? Because he was Gomez Addams at once upon a time. He's got to be involved in the Addams Family cartoon somewhere.
I don't know. Let's find out.
Look up Sean Astin's or John Astin's IMDb page, please.
He hasn't done anything since 2018.
Oh my! Well, he's probably retired. I would say he's retired.
Yeah, he was in the new Addams Family TV show from the 90s.
Well, there you go.
As Grandpa Addams.
He cashed in somewhere.
Yeah, he's also in a Twilight Zone episode.
Of course, he is.
He's in a bunch. Holy shit! Dude was working.
No, he works. Work it, baby. Work it.
He was the Riddler in the Batman TV series.
Yeah, I know that.
Star Trek: The Conscience of the King episode.
Oh.
Yeah, he's in 100 Yards Over the Rim, that episode. It's a good episode.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't know who this other guy is. Kip Niven as Harry Krell. He must have been killed.
Must have been.
Or he was the friend, the creeper friend. It's hard to tell because he's an old man in this picture. He looks like it looks like a picture you'd find on a business card.
Oh.
Like, look at this.
Ew.
You.
Man, look at that.
Kip Niven for all your insurance needs.
Well, he does stuff on. He does that for Shout Factory, so there you go.
Oh no, this is the guy that gets killed, isn't it?
Looks like it. Looks like the guy from Vietnam. I don't know.
All right.
I can't remember. All those 70s actors kind of just turned into one person for me.
Oh, this fucking guy that James Ferrantino looks like Roddy McDowell.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was Roddy McDowell at first.
Yeah, he looks so much like him. It's crazy.
Hello, Bright Eyes.
He was also in Night Gallery.
Oh my
episode.
Oh my God! Look at this. This guy's selling a Real Kenner Ghostbuster Super Fright Feature 1986 action figure lot.
You tell me to look at this. How am I going to look at it?
I don't know. It's on eBay. Some are complete with cardbacks. Oh wow! Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, $200 he's asking. I think free shipping, but you get them all. I don't think it's worth it. Best offer him. Give him $140.
There you go. At one point, he follows her and he sees her suck the soul out of a dude.
Yeah.
He comes back to the apartment. She's there. And then he starts freaking out on her.
Promise and betray. I'm going to destroy you before you bleed the world dry.
He's dressed like Burt Reynolds. Look at him. Like Norm Macdonald is Burt Reynolds in SNL.
Terry Ferguson.
Look at this.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
This is where it gets real trippy. Because she starts to go into the Aha Take On Me music video right here. Take on me.
She turns into an Aha video.
Okay, let's do that. Holy shit. This episode.
I just sent you a link
Oh, okay.
of another lot of good. This one's actually better. It has the Ecto 1 in it.
Ugh. I'm like just getting over being sick, so.
Yeah, well, did you get the Rona or some kind of flu?
No, just a regular old cold.
Real Delta.
Yeah, I sat there on the couch for 2 solid days, not moving at all. I'm like, I'm just gonna ride this.
Just let me be. Leave me alone. Look what you did to me. Because
Look at me?
Did the little girl start school? That's probably where it came from.
Oh, she's been in school. She doesn't stop going to school. So,
well, there you go.
I broke my one rule.
Uh-oh.
Don't share drinks with her.
What, with a little girl?
Yeah.
I thought you were saying you gave her a shot of your whiskey or something. Don't share whiskey with an 8-year-old.
That is what I'm saying. Don't let her drink out of this.
She'll give you some kind of fucking funky flu and make you sick. Fucking bitch.
Bite my drink.
Oh my God. This guy's got a 1990 Ford Mustang LX. 70 bids, $5,700. Local pickup only.
Damn.
Can't get it. This guy's selling everything on eBay. What fucking... Oh, Jesus.
There's not even information about this. Oh, trivia. All entries contain spoilers.
Well, yeah.
Damn. There we go. Never mind. Now I know how since Ada came to stay ends. This says the same actor uses fire to get rid of them.
Ah.
So I guess this guy appears in another episode. This is the most 70s man ever.
He is 70s. He's pure 70s.
He does that without a mustache, which is kind of it's an accomplishment.
Oh no, he's something else. He's a man of his time, that's for sure.
I just don't understand how he's not Roddy McDowell.
Well, I mean, that's the thing.
The man is 80% Roddy.
He is.
It's insane.
I was in that film, Planet of the Apes. You see that film? I played the smart one.
I was in another animal movie, Shakma.
I was in another movie, Laser Blast. Do you remember that one? That was a lovely film. I played a doctor in that one too.
With Mr. Eddie Deason.
Eddie Deason, he's a wonderful, wonderful actor.
Horrible sex pervert, though.
Horrible sex pervert. Used to do triples with Bob Gale.
Did you see Eddie Deason's recent post online? I mean, the man's out of his goddamn mind. He's one of those guys that he posted this. I'm pretty sure it was real. He posted how he was he was like being really nice to a waitress and being like, "You look really good," and she's like, "Thanks," and was like uncomfortable and walked away. And he's like, "Fuck you, bitch! I gave you a compliment." It's like went off on her. You're like, dude, you were being a creepy old man. You're like 65.
But was he doing it in his Eddie Deason voice? Like, hey, you're pretty.
No.
Yeah.
No, this is just straight from the Eddie Deason dome.
Edward Deason. Edward, not Eddie, please. He's grown up now. He's an adult.
It's Eddie. God, what a creepy dude.
Oh, shit.
The Girl with the Hungry Eyes has a 7.2 on IMDb.
You see, I don't trust those ratings at all.
Hey,
anybody can manipulate those scores because you can get bots and have 50 bots vote for that episode because it's not that good.
I gave it a 7.
What?
Because, like I said, I enjoyed it somehow.
I give it a 5 because it's just whatever. It's one of those whatever episodes. I don't have to watch it ever again, nor will I want to.
So next week on this podcast is our The Girl with the Hungry Eyes Redux episode.
Is it really?
Every week we're just going to redo this episode, Mr. David Faulkner.
David Faulkner, I need to meet her. David Faulkner.
It was a couple lines short of him showing up and being like, "Hey, David Faulkner, I need to talk to you, David Faulkner, about David Faulkner's photography woman, David Faulkner."
David Faulkner likes it. David Faulkner. David Faulkner don't help anybody but David Faulkner.
So she burns and she turns into like some weird orange effect, and then her billboard outline tinges out.
Yes.
And then all the photographs, just the eyes burn out, and it makes it look way cooler.
Yeah. I mean, the effect is neat when she dies.
Yeah. But look at the. I think this actually looks better. like all these right here. I mean, it's very, very obvious how they did it. They literally just cut her eyes out.
Yeah, it's creepy.
I'm not Roddy, but it looks way cooler.
I'm not Roddy. Hello.
Mr. Zayas.
Yes, sir. Oh, yes. Oh, very good. Very good. How are you?
Oh, why did I like this episode?
Because you're sick, literally.
Hey, it shows that I'm willing to give the show a chance. If it's maybe I didn't hate it because it had a little bit more going on than the rest, especially our next episode.
Yeah, unfortunately, the next episode is even worse.
I don't know how we're going to talk about the next episode.
We'll talk about other stuff.
I really don't know.
I can talk about my Disney World trip and tell you all about Star Wars
Oh.
Galaxy's Edge. You can do that.
Yeah.
I'll do that instead. About the humidity, how it's fucking awful in Florida. 98% humidity at 95 degrees. It's awful.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, should we keep this one short and do it on the next one, or
You
or
see,
do it now?
I have something on my fridge.
Hey, I was looking at that and I didn't quite place what was off, but I'm like, I kept being my focus is just drawn.
Let me surprise you.
Oh no!
This was part of my trip. This is what I got on my trip.
Is it a big dick?
No,
Oh, good.
it's Surly.
Yeah.
Sorry, Surly. Shut up. It's a bottle opener. Well, there you
And your tile's cracked.
go. or the shitty magnet pops off because it's fucking universal shit.
Oh man.
But I got you some things though. It's gonna come in your next box.
Ooh. Next
So
big box.
I found a $2 Ghostbuster action figures. So Florida delivered in that sense. I got some stuff to resell.
Fucking Florida.
Oh, it's ridiculous. They're dumb over there. It's a different type of person.
Oh yeah.
They're slow. It's just like, wow, this is interesting. But whatever.
Yeah, we'll talk
Oh,
about that next one. What's not anymore?
Let's just stop with this. Then go away.
Man, I can barely talk. You know, you're like your sinuses are draining after being sick. It's like gagging on your own. I'm like, awful. Like feel like a Marlon Brando.
Oh, did you watch that Val Kilmer documentary on Amazon?
No.
You got to watch it because they have a big section of Island Dr. Moreau, and Frankenheimer's featured quite a lot. And Frankenheimer is not a happy man.
Just got an erection for some reason.
He's not a happy man in this movie.
I can imagine.
Turn the camera off. We're trying to do a rehearsal. I'll turn the camera off when I'm emotionally ready. I'm not emotionally ready to rehearse because you're telling us you don't want to work with us as actors. I want to work with you actors if you're a professional, but you're not. It's like, oh my God, this is hilarious.
Wow.
It's great. You got to watch it because you kind of feel bad. Like Val Kilmer had kind of a sad life. You kind of feel bad for him, though he's still kind of a big fat asshole. But I think I understand why he's an asshole.
He's kind of acknowledged that, though.
Yes.
He's made peace with that. He's one of the few that's stuck around and been like, all right, I was an asshole. Sorry.
Yeah, well, I think he's humble. He's fucking humble because he can't talk or eat.
Yeah.
So that'll do it to you. You're going to tracheotomy in your throat and you can't speak anymore.
Yeah, and they dub you in the Snowman. Oh, it was so weird.
It's a bad movie. Snowman was terrible. I was excited for that movie too because that was going to be a Martin Scorsese movie.
Yeah,
and he dropped out last second. Though, oh fuck, this is shit.
Didn't Nolan produce it?
I don't know. Maybe I don't think so. I think he might take his name off. He might have been involved at one point and dropped out.
I remember all these names attached, and I was like, "Oh, cool," because I really do love what's his name, fucking Magneto. I can't think of his name right now.
Oh, Fassbender.
Yeah, I love Fassbender. He's great.
Yeah.
And then I watched that, and I'm like, "Oh, his name is Harry Hole," ugh. Which is fine because that's what the novels are apparently. But
well, it's spelled differently.
I know, but it doesn't translate well. And then I'm watching. I'm like, "What the fuck is happening?"
I'm Harry Hole.
It was the movie Insomnia, just done real shitty. Maybe that's why I thought Nolan was attached to it.
I think that's I think you're right. There was Insomnia, but shitty.
Yeah, I love
shitty man, shitty snowman.
And Shitnia.
He cuts heads off and puts them on snow people. That's terrible. My name is Harry Hole.
Harry Hole.
Harry Hole's on the case. I'm going to solve it for you. You got to tell me your whole name there.
You know what we need is
There's kids in the room, Harry.
Another alcoholic detective trying to solve a
Yes.
murder. That's original.
Who's got demons of his own?
In a divorce? No
Yeah,
way.
wasn't this the murderer was in fact his ex-wife's or the ex-wife's boyfriend? Is that what it was?
I think so.
Is that what it was? I can't remember.
You remember it opened up with a dad, a guy throwing coffee beans at a kid? Like, what is happening?
Yeah, it was great. It was fantastic.
I'm confused.
Now I'm confusing it with the girl who kicked the hornet's nest because I think the hornet's nest opens the same way, where it's an abusive dad, and you find out that Elizabeth Slaughter has a sister, and the sister took over the crime syndicate from the father. It's actually not a bad movie. The last Elizabeth Slaughter movie was actually not that bad. It was decent. It was pretty good. I was kind of surprised. But just nobody saw it because nobody gives a shit about those movies.
I'm confusing it with the first episode of the show Dark on Netflix.
I might be doing the same thing too.
Very similar.
It is similar.
Which was which?
I killed myself because I'm myself back in time.
And that one, he fucks her and then climbs out the window and walks out, right?
Yes.
So that starts.
And then he was a kid in the 80s, or he was a kid
that hung himself.
But he's the kid from the 2002 that went back in time, or 2020 went back in time in 1985, and is that guy that fucks his wife.
I didn't get that far in it, so don't go too far. But
I know the first season is the only one I saw. I didn't watch
the episode.
It gets really, really ridiculous.
Frank has been trying to get me to watch that forever, and I keep going, all right, because I'm actually interested. I really do want to watch it.
The first season's very good.
And I'll watch the first episode, and I'll go, all right, here we go. And my third time after watching that first one, I was like, all right, I can do it. And I watched the second episode, and then I stopped. So
I think the sixth episode is the mindfuck episode, is where you go, what? And that's when you're like, oh, I'm going to watch this the whole way now. But you have to get to episode 6 because that's the big mind fuck. That's like oh shit.
I know I'm gonna love it. It's like one of those things I always talk about where I know I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna love it, and I just don't.
I never finished it though because I guess it went on to 3 seasons. Is it all done now, or is it's over?
I think it's done. I don't know
because I saw the last episode turned me off because I was like, oh, this is where it's Terminator. It's like the end is Terminator. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's like.
Our friend Matt always pitched Banshee to me, and I watched some of that, and I'm like, "Oh no, it's not."
Banshee's more of a fun show.
It reminds me of like a CW version of a gritty show.
No, it's a X-rated CW show. That's what it is because they have like hardcore fucking and violence and it's really risque.
It's got the cheesiness and the low budget of the CW. But it's like a Dexter type show where
there's blood, there's sex, there's nudity, there's
but I'm like
it's violent.
Something feels like the Warner like the old WB channel to me. Like something's just off.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's got that it's that hokiness. There's a hokiness to it.
Yeah.
Where it's like tongue in cheek and kind of winking at the eye. It's like, oh, it's funny.
It kind of also reminds me of which I actually like, is the sequel to The Punisher Warzone.
Warzone, yeah.
Which is a fun movie.
Yeah.
That lady that directed that did a really good job making it schlocky and fun. But
yeah.
When I watched that show, I'm like, it reminds me of this, and I don't know. Not for a TV show. For me.
Everybody has their reasons.
And I just can't.
But all I gotta know is the girl with the hungry eyes is dead, so all men are safe.
She's basically like a muse
for pain and suffering.
I don't know. I don't know what her goal was. I don't know what her plan was. I don't know.
She had to conquer men.
One at a time in an alleyway?
I don't know.
Not even an alleyway. She killed that one guy just right in front of a building.
Yeah, in the stoop. In the stoop of the flower shop.
Right in the Universal lot.
Sorry. I suck your soul. Come get some. All right, well let's get out of this one. Let's end this and talk about the next boring episode.
Until next time, and in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
Dick Dickert!
LIWstudios.com. Loitering in Wonderland on YouTube. So long, citizens. Thanks for showing up, Frank.
Ha!
Dick.
Smoker. Oh, sorry, I can't make it. Rod said he wrote a good episode. Rod said he wrote a good episode, a good story. But
I don't get the Shaq thing.
it's that interview he did on Entertainment Tonight for Phantom Menace. That's all I always quote that line. Mr.
You're the one where he sounds nothing like Frank.
Pretty much, yeah. Mr. Lucas wrote a great script with a good story. Everybody should not worry about that. But yeah, this one it's so boring. It was good acting, but just slog, man. $5,000 for that collection. God damn it! I knew I was going to win that. That's all right. I'm not going to spend that much on anything.
On anything?
That's crazy. Because you couldn't. I don't think you could make that
awesome
money back. That's too much money. Like $2,500 would probably make sense because you got the issues for like almost $1 a piece.
Yeah.
But if you're going to spend $5,000 plus shipping plus taxes, that's $5,000. eBay charges California 8.26 tax, so that's like another $500 right there.
Did it go up 0.01% since I lived there?
Probably. Because I looked it up online because I was curious what the tax was going to be if I spent like $3,000 on it, and it said like eBay charged California, but maybe it's just eBay. The sales tax on eBay is 8.4%, something like that.
It's crazy.
Oh well, that's California. That's why we're getting rid of Newsom. Yay!
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Get that cocksucker out of there.
Oh yeah.
Ugh. Motherfucker! You took Donovan on that fucking joyride. Who wants dark meat? Good old. Damn it. Good old Virtuosity.
That's a movie I genuinely love.
Oh, I love it. Virtuosity is a fun movie. That's a fun movie.
Let's start this second show now.
Do it.
As soon as I fix my audio that isn't wrong.
You're wrong. Whole system's wrong. You're out of order.
There we go. Now we're recording.
It's Chinatown, March.
You started talking about Virtuosity.
Yes, it did.
I wanted to pause you because let's talk about some bad movies that we love.
Yes, I'd agree.
Just real quick, because Virtuosity is a terrible movie, and I will watch it every time it's on.
I own it on Blu-ray. I specifically hunted it down on Blu-ray to buy it.
I have it on DVD. I don't have it on Blu-ray. I will buy it on Blu-ray when I find it. I just haven't found it.
Maybe Adam had it and you'll get it in your collection.
No, I don't know if Adam was a fan of that movie.
I think he might have been. I thought we talked about it with him before. I think he liked that one. I wouldn't doubt it.
They put me back in the box.
I'm back in the fucking box.
Yeah.
Parker Barnes.
What's that thing he yells at him? Something. How's it going now, Barnes?
No, he goes, "Hey Parker, this one's for you."
Parker, this is okay. So who's Barnes then?
Because Mike Grimes was the guy that Denzel Washington kills his family because he's a criminal, and his personality is in Sid 6.7, played deliciously by Russell Crowe.
Oh yeah,
Russell Crowe's so great.
He's hamming it up, and Denzel is none the wiser.
Denzel's playing it straight.
That's what makes it work.
Yeah,
they can't both be doing it.
No, like Denzel gets it. He goes, you know what? This is Russell's movie. I'm just here to get my $12 million check, and I'm going to go home.
That was a movie he was like, oh, fuck yeah, that money.
Yeah. What do you want me to do? Whatever it is. I'll sign that check. Yeah, I'll take that check.
I'm coming off 50 Spike Lee movies where I made no money. Yeah, I'll fucking do it.
And I don't even talk to Spike anymore. Yeah. That motherfucker's crazy. I don't bother with him anymore.
Yeah, it's that's a fun bad movie. Drop Zone we brought up in the last episode. I love
Drop Zone's another one.
Gary fucking Busey.
Wesley Snipes.
And you know who? Oh, I meant to bring this up with you earlier. You know who is in that movie?
The guy from Green Mile.
Which, yes, but also Parker Lewis.
Oh,
The
you're
Stand.
right.
He's the
Yeah.
guy that the parachute goes out on.
Is he the one that dies in the electrical cord or the electrical lines? Or
No, that's the other guy. But he's the kid
Oh.
that she gives him her parachute for good luck, and then the guy cut the cord.
Oh.
It's stringing down and lands in the water.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's Parker Lewis from The Stand. That we did a podcast called LIW The Stand review, which is fantastic. And luckily, it's over.
It looks like Parker Lewis can lose every time.
He dies in both projects.
I think he dies in every movie he's in. He's like Sean Bean. He's like the poor man's Sean Bean. He'll die in everything he's in.
Yeah, I was watching. I was like, oh fuck, I forgot. Like,
What else is he in?
I'm sure he's in a bunch else, and nobody ever saw it. But
No, but yeah, he's a direct to cable guy when direct to cable was a thing.
he looks like he would age like Edward Furlong did.
No, I think Parker Lewis has that Matthew Lillard quality where he'll look the same for 70 years.
That's probably true. But Matthew Lillard is one of my favorite actors. I don't want to compare him to that.
Matthew Lillard is one of the most underrated actors out there, really.
Do you remember how long I've been saying this?
Yeah.
Nobody fucking believes me. And then suddenly now it's like everyone loves him. I'm like, where the fuck were you guys?
Where were you during SLC Punk, asshole?
I love SLC Punk. One of my favorite movies.
Hey, Dad.
He's great in that movie.
He's driving a Mercedes, Dad. A Volkswagen, Dad.
Folks.
You're a Jew. You're driving a Volkswagen.
Christopher McDonald shows up for just that one scene.
Yeah. That's his dad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Christopher McDonald is every actor's dad, even though he's like 20 years the same age. Like he's the same age as everybody. He's like literally 2 years older than Matthew Lillard, maybe.
He's got really white hair now if they let him have his real hair, and it looks strange.
Yeah. Well, he's, you got that Steve Martin white hair thing going on.
So other movies that are terrible that I love to watch. I haven't watched it in a while, but also from the early 90s was Ghost in the Machine.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's something.
That one's, that sounds terrible. What's another bad one that I love so much? I recently finally saw Lawnmower Man for the first time. That was just awful.
Yeah,
that was pretty bad.
I watched those growing up.
That was pretty awful. Not worth watching. People like Pet Sematary, and I didn't like Pet Sematary at all. I think it's just a bad movie.
I like the second one where he puts the kid's face into the motorcycle.
I didn't see that one.
It's bad.
What
do people? You know? Yeah. My question I always ask people when we talk about Lawnmower Man, which surprisingly comes up more than I thought. What do you know the second one as? Because there's two titles.
Oh, I think isn't it Lawnmower Man? The Return of Job or something like the return there, or
it's either
Job in the internet.
Job in his house. No, it's either because it's Matt Frewer also from The Stand.
Yeah, Matt Frewer is Job,
but it's either Job's War or it's Beyond Cyberspace.
That's right. Yeah.
I know it is Beyond Cyberspace, but
apparently
movie.
People didn't understand what cyberspace was, so they had to call it Job's War. But then they didn't understand it's job. They called it Jobs War, and they didn't understand what the fuck is Jobs War.
What the fuck is a job? Why is it even a war?
This is about economics. I'm not watching that shit.
Yeah.
Why is Max Headroom doing an economic movie?
And why
it's about The Big Short?
Jeff Fahey with Matt Frewer, and they're not even close. It's just so weird.
So Jeff Fahey is supposed to be, or Matt Frewer is supposed to be Jeff Fahey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's no.
They are not even close.
Not even close. It is like casting Parker Lewis in lieu of
Molly Ringwald.
Yes, exactly. It's like
fucked up. If they got Brad Pitt for Beyond Cyberspace, it would have been closer than Matt Frewer.
Yeah, I would agree.
Closer to Jeff Fahey than Matt Frewer does.
Because Jeff Fahey was in shape for that movie.
Yeah,
because I remember he's in the barn on the priest's property, and the priest is like giving him shit. Your Satan's got a hold of you, boy. Don't talk to me. Don't you come in here ever again. And like he's all cut because he's his muscle tone's developing because he's not a retard anymore. I don't know how that works, but here we are.
Yeah, his transformation from like barely able to speak and like to whatever the fuck he becomes is ridiculous. But
But he still wasn't like a bad guy in
He was-
Lawnmower Man.
He was cut in the sequel to the Psycho. Was it
Oh, 3?
3?
I think he's in 3.
Yeah, whatever one he's in. He's
Yeah.
cut in that movie too. Like he
Yeah.
was in good shape.
Well, he was in good shape. I think he was in good shape for a long time. It's still
He
to
was
this
good.
day.
He was a
He's
good looking dude.
Yeah, he could have been like maybe he could have been a big time like leading man, but he just wanted to do character stuff.
And
Because
kudos to him because
he's in Silverado. He's a great villain in Silverado. That's
when
one of
he
his
showed up
first
on
movies.
Lost, I was like, yes,
Yeah,
here we go, Jeff fucking Fahey.
yeah.
Do it.
No, he's great in Planet Terror. He's the best
Oh, yeah.
part of Planet Terror
Forgot about
with
that.
Michael Biehn. I kind of got to watch that one again. That's another bad movie that's enjoyable.
That'll come up.
But
on
it's supposed to be.
at some point.
Yeah, it's supposed to be bad, but it's a fun movie.
Yeah,
That was one of the best experiences ever in the theater was Grindhouse. That was
That's
so
one
much
thing
fun.
I severely disagree with Adam on.
Well, he didn't like it?
Adam hated Planet Terror and liked Tarantino's.
Oh,
Death
yeah.
Proof. And I
No.
was like, whoop, flip those.
Yeah. I liked Tarantino's edited version of Death Proof. That's part of Grindhouse because it's shorter. And I think it works better because it's that double feature with the trailers in between.
Here's the problem
It's
is
so much fun.
us talking right now about nonsense is what I feel like Death Proof was. I don't want to
Yeah.
watch a movie like that. Like I would never
No.
watch a podcast like this in the theater. So
Well,
like
guess what? The
future.
future of cinema might be this. This is it. Because there's going to be no more billion-dollar franchises anymore. It depends. If Shang-Chi bombs out this weekend,
Which it will.
it's done. Like movies might be done until Avatar 2 comes out. I think that's good. Well, I think that's going to be the thing. Fucking James Cameron, you always rule him out. Don't rule him out. He's going to be the guy to save cinema. He's going to be the guy that comes back and he goes, well, I've been working on Avatar 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10 for the last
Not 4 though.
20 years. No, 4 is terrible. We're releasing
4
that
and 6 were
streaming.
skipping.
That's a streaming show. We're getting rid of that. No, he's going to bring back the $1 billion movie, and it's going to be Avatar. That's what's going to piss you off is fucking Avatar is going to be the $1 billion movie again because China's going to eat it up. Those fucking commies.
I would love if he did Avatar 2, 3, and 6 or something like that. And he's like,
There's no order
the
to it.
balls on that would be amazing.
He's insane. He's just
He's like,
nuts.
no, we're not telling those stories. Like, but you kind of are doing okay.
Here's the deal. Did you go on the ride in Disney World? Yeah, that's 4. Done.
The trailer was 5.
I did that already.
Here we are.
I've moved beyond that. I'm beyond that now. I'm beyond hair fucking.
And they tell the story as if 4 happened. And you're like, but there
What
was
the fuck is this?
like, oh, she died in 4. Like, what?
Well, they're bringing Stephen Lang back, so how does that work?
Oh, God.
He got stabbed with a giant Bowie knife. Like, literally, a comically sized Bowie knife went through his chest. He died in the last movie, and they're bringing him, he's the bad guy in the next movie. So how does that work?
Here's everything I could tell you about Avatar.
I don't remember it.
Stephen Lang was in it. Giovanni Ribisi.
Yeah.
Sam Worthington was cripple.
Yes.
He rode the blue thing as a blue person.
Yes.
Sigourney Weaver's in there, I think.
Yeah, she's in there.
There's a war at the end. End of Avatar memories.
Did you say Michelle Rodriguez was in it?
No, was she?
Yeah, she was.
Okay, great.
Because she's in the she's one of the helicopter pilots, and she's all dressed up in Indian garb.
I've
And
never
she
given
looks
a shit less
stupid.
about a movie.
Oh yeah, it's not a good movie. It's terrible. Again, that's a bad movie, but everybody seems to love it because it made so much money.
Titanic is a good movie. Say what you will about it. It's a
Yeah.
good movie.
Yeah.
Avatar, I don't give a fuck about it. I don't need sequels.
No.
Especially 15 years later now. Holy shit.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay,
But again,
so,
I think Cameron's going to be the one that saves cinema because you talk this shit like, oh, Avatar took too long. He's going to do it. I guarantee you that movie's going to bring back the blockbuster, and he's going to be the fucking savior of movies. And it just really hurts my feelings.
so I will admit right off the bat that this episode of the podcast, because I forgot we're doing a podcast, is it's going to be really short because this episode has nothing behind it. This is
So boring.
LIW The Twilight Zone Review, episode 291 for Night Gallery 218A, The Waiting Room. I'm Phoenix West.
Dick ticket.
Nobody cares who we are.
No.
I will say, there's two things I really did enjoy in this episode. And I will pull them up on screen here for...
The acting is good.
Okay, well, 3 then. Let's get past that.
But that's the thing with these shows.
I love this. The painting is fucking cool.
Yeah.
And then...
But disarming. A victim of an old...
And then he tells the story, and it goes into the painting. Yada, yada,
Albert
yada.
Salami.
Yeah. Lex Barker. But it's a cool painting. I like it.
That's neat.
Yeah, I want it.
I'm sure you can get it. Buddy Ebsen's great.
But I also like this coming up here if it ever fucking shows it. Come on. Oh, of course it's going to glitch out. Really?
The hangman scene?
This is like a weird painting. There we go.
Yeah.
This is the opening shot of their episode. I'm like, they're not fucking around, are they?
Yeah, I thought, well, that's what got me kind of interested at first, and it just kept going. And I was like, oh, here you go.
It gave me Once Upon a Time in the West vibes.
It did.
And then it couldn't hold it up.
It just kept going, and I almost fell asleep. But did you ever watch that Buster Scruggs movie on Netflix?
No.
Well, there's a because it's a segment movie, so there's different vignettes.
Nelson's the only one that's throughout all of it, right?
No. It's basically individual vignettes throughout the whole thing. There's no wraparound story at all.
Oh, okay.
And the last story, I think, is Stephen Root and some other character actors are in a hearse going to the funeral home, and basically that's what this episode is. It's that they're all dead and they're all going to the next step, the next spot in life. And so I thought that's what was going to happen in this episode. It kind of did, but it wasn't the same. I thought it was going to be the exact same story, but it wasn't.
Well, I've not seen that movie for some reason, even though I love the Coen brothers. I just didn't watch it. I don't know why.
It's good.
Yeah,
it's long.
Yeah, that's part of it.
But it's funny. The first story is actually really funny.
But this one starts off awesome. I was like, holy shit, guy hanging. Guy comes up. It's a cool looking shot. It's shot well. Like, it's really slow how he walks in the frame with the horse, trots into frame, and then he just goes to a saloon, goes in there.
And he stays in there for 30 minutes.
And it's like Hateful Eight without any of the tension.
Yes.
Because the second the first guy leaves the room, you know what's going to be.
Yeah.
Because he goes in there, he's like, whiskey, cowboy talk, gruff.
I'm a cowboy.
He's like, here's your whiskey. He's like, more, get the bottle here. Say, aren't you that guy over there?
Leave it here.
Aren't you? Or how are you doing around these parts? Say, there's a man out here. Aren't you that guy that got shot in the back of the head with a shotgun? I guess so, but you appear to be fine.
Well,
time to leave.
That's Buddy Ebsen, isn't it?
No, that's a different guy.
Oh.
But then that guy goes outside. Buddy Ebsen's the last one to go outside.
Yeah.
But the guy that got shot in the back of the head goes outside, and you hear, and our man goes to leave. And he's like, they all stop him. And they're like, stop, don't go out there. It's like, what, you don't want to find out what happened? He goes, we know what happened. Shotgun to the back of the head. And I went, oh, everyone's dead.
Yeah.
Like my third note in this.
Yeah, that's what exactly. It's just like, okay, that's it. Okay, all right. I get it.
It's called The Waiting Room.
Yeah.
Even without the title, I still would have guessed it because it's really fucking obvious. And our main character fight, it's not even an enjoyable fight where he's trying to deny it and trying to come up with reasons that they could be there or something like that. It's just him not willing to accept it, not in a fun way, not in a satisfying way.
Yeah.
And that's the episode. One at a time they leave and they say how they died and they walk out and they die.
Yeah. Great stuff. But again, the acting is good. It's just boring. It's a slog episode. And again, it's that old West set that's been around since the 40s.
But it looks slightly different in this. I will give him that.
Yeah, it was
The
fun.
lighting, they made it way
Yeah.
dimmer.
Yeah, it's dark. Yeah, it's a dark episode.
Had a moodier effect, and the acting honestly was top notch. I don't
No,
like taking it away. Other than that, but it's an idea again.
How many what's the rating on IMDb for this one?
It's comparable to the original Twilight Zone episode, 5 Characters in Search of an Exit.
Yes.
They're trying to. Only thing is that episode was a thought out script.
Yes.
With different red herrings.
Yeah.
And different characters, and this is just an idea.
Did Rod Serling write this episode?
I think so.
Because I feel like that's what he was doing. His late work seems to be him overwriting and just having fun with language, maybe. And he didn't have an editor, maybe. I don't know. I feel like he gets really, really boring and repetitive in his dialogue and in his concepts. He kind of repeats himself too much in these episodes. Or these are like old stories that he heard as a kid, and he always wanted to tell them, but the 50s he couldn't really get away with it. And this one he's like, well, fuck you, I can do it now. If you guys want me to host a show, why don't you let me do the stories I want to tell, which are these old sort of folky, old-fashioned stories that nobody cares about. They want to watch sexy things. They don't care about this.
God. Do you have that at the ready? The book you bought?
Oh shit! No, it's in a box. It's at the other store. It's at my other storage facility.
Oh, what a shame.
Meaning a garage.
Yeah.
The other that has all the shit that I sell.
What was the name of it again?
Fuck yeah! It's something from I banged them all. Something like that. He's basically saying he banged every star that he ever worked with. And then he's like, from rich kid to poor kid because he went broke.
An autobiography by Mickey Rooney.
Yeah,
this ties in the Twilight Zone as well because he's in.
And I'm kind of curious. I kind of want to read it just because I wonder if he talks about Twilight Zone. He'll probably bitch about Rod Serling because he did multiple Rod Serling scripts.
Yeah, he did that episode of Playhouse 90 that we. And he was really good in it.
He was good. Yeah.
All he did was yell, but
there was a lot of yelling in that episode. That was, oh Christ, that was an exhausting one.
I will say this: the acting in this episode does save it a lot. The problem is I had to restart this fucking thing 4 times from this shot of him under the guy hanging when he goes in there and talks to them. So I kept going, all right, this is cool looking. And they start talking. I'm like, and I start walking over here and like doing and picking up. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And I had to rewind. I did that 4 times.
It was like you were watching Lawrence of Arabia or something. You're cleaning your house.
The only reason I even caught on is because I went, all right, I missed it the 5th time. Just going to keep watching. I can't keep going back and missing it.
Yeah, don't do that.
I literally could not focus on this at the very beginning.
Well, I couldn't really focus on was leaving, or not leaving, but Honeymoon in Vegas.
Thank you, because I'm worried Jansen's going to say he hated leaving Las Vegas.
He hates it. Of course he hates it. He didn't like that one. He hates that one.
It's such a good movie.
It's very good. So far, I saw the first 10 minutes. I've never seen it before, so I need to watch it. I've never sat to watch it before.
It was my first time watching both. And
yeah.
Honeymoon in Vegas is...
Well, I like to... I should save this for the podcast, but I'll probably just repeat myself. I like to think that Honeymoon in Vegas is the prequel to Leaving Las Vegas. He gets married to Sarah Jessica Parker, and they divorce, and he goes back to Vegas to kill himself with
3 years later.
With prostitution.
Yeah.
His life falls apart real fast.
And to be honest, that is why I put them both together.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
In spirit. Vegas, he's going back to just fuck it.
Yeah.
I married a horse. Let's end this shit.
Does he die at the end of Leaving Las Vegas?
Well, watch the movie.
All right.
No, just watch it. It's fucking solid.
No, it's so far so good. I've seen it up to when Julian Sands comes into it.
Ah.
So the first 20 minutes. But again, that has the longest opening of a movie because the credits don't start until about 15 minutes into the movie.
Leaving Las Vegas?
Leaving Las Vegas. I wonder if it's tied with Raising Arizona for how much time happens in the prologue before the title pops up.
There was a movie. Was it The Platform? What the fuck was it? I watched some movie on Netflix, and I'm like, whoa, credits. I'm like, I've been watching this movie for 18 years.
Fuck?
Are you fucking kidding me? It was some random movie, and I'm like,
I don't know.
it's so far into it. I didn't think they're going to do it.
I don't really watch Netflix movies.
Yeah.
I did watch their documentaries, though. I like their serial killer documentaries. It's about all it's good for is their serial killer. That's all Netflix is like one giant crime channel. That's what it is.
Netflix used to be really good for like having TV series. Now they've all gone.
Well, everybody has streaming services and they own the property, so they take it all back. Because The Office and Friends, that's what Netflix had. They ruled with that. Now they don't got shit.
Yeah, I do watch some of their shows. But the problem is all the shows that they used to have on are done now, like Orange is the New Black. It's off. It's done. So
never watched it to begin with.
It's good. It's a good show.
I'm not a TV person. I don't know. I'm just not a TV watcher. I don't care. I don't know. Long form stories don't do it for me. I don't know.
Which is why it's weird that I haven't watched Dark yet, because I like when it's 6 to 8 episodes. Like Peaky Blinders is perfect.
Dark, the season 1, I watched it relatively quickly.
Yeah.
Back when I still had a girlfriend. Oh, well.
Fade to black.
Nah, it's fine.
Dick! Blender.
She put me in a blender. She put my heart in a blender.
You shit on my heart.
Stuck it round in oblivion.
That's one of my favorite lines from Super Troopers.
Oh, yeah.
Trapped in my heart.
Nah, she was fine. It was mutual. I'm glad she's dead.
Okay,
so this episode, it ends with how you think it's going to end, and then that's it. And Night Gallery.
It's impossible to talk about this episode for as long as we should.
And Night Gallery just sucks. It's no good. Like people who are complaining about, I need to watch Night Gallery. No, it's not good. It's not.
No. Even the episode I liked, which is the last one, The Girl with the Hungry Eyes, I would not recommend anyone watch.
No.
This one, there is some good stuff in it, definitely.
Yeah.
I gave it a 6 because it's fine.
I'd say 6.
It's a slog.
It's a 6, yeah.
But if it were half the length with everything else the same, the same actors and same everything, it'd be great. Like solid little short. But no, it's 25 minutes, and you know what's going to happen minutes 4, and you just sit there and watch while this character denies the fact that he's in this room.
Yeah. And that's the typical, that's how all those stories are. You're crazy. Yeah. But so he doesn't fly out a window, though, which would have been better.
But usually Twilight Zone, at least the Twilight Zone, would have something else going on to take your attention away from, or some other character that would show up and give new information or something else. But Night Gallery is just an idea. Let's live in this idea, which sounds like a fun idea, but it's not. No. It is not a place to be. It's awful.
Nope.
Not so much this episode, but as a whole, Night Gallery is awful.
Yeah.
The next, the B part of this episode, though, has Bill Bixby. I'm looking forward to that one.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me if I was angry.
I grew up on the Incredible Hulk TV show, and it's bad, but I love it.
I remember watching it on Sci-Fi Channel.
If there's a Blu-ray release of that entire series, I'm buying it.
I feel like there is.
I don't think there's Blu-ray.
I don't know. Well, because the problem with that show is that they did a bunch of TV movies with the Hulk and like Daredevil and Thor in the 80s. Like they're so fucking bad.
The Thor with the
and then he did it with Daredevil. Like Thor or Matt Murdock is Bill Bixby's lawyer, who's the Daredevil, and so he's on trial. So Lou Ferrigno turns the Hulk on the stand.
Hulk, the death of the Incredible Hulk.
No.
There's like 7 or 8 of them.
There's a lot.
And they're all bad.
They're all terrible. Fun. And they're all equally terrible and not as terrible as David Hasselhoff as Nick Fury.
Yeah. I don't remember. Oh, God, he was.
1996 or something like that.
Do you remember on Red Letter Media where Mike talks about like loving X-Men Origins? Freaking the schlocky.
No, X-Men Apocalypse.
No, both. He likes both.
Yeah, X-Men Origins is actually no Wolverine Origins. Yeah. X-Men Wolverine's terrible. Yeah, he likes it because it's so terrible.
It's schlocky. That's how I feel about Incredible Hulk TV show. Yeah. I either want it like super, like I like the first season of Daredevil, I don't need the watch anymore after that because it got bad. But I either want it like super gritty or super schlocky, like Incredible Hulk from the 70s. Because I can sit there, it's so amazing to me. I don't know why.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's funny. Or even like the old Spider-Man shows from the 70s. Like, they're just so goofy.
It was a guy with a rope.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, ooh. It's just fun. It just cracks me up that Marvel has gone broke and bankrupt like multiple times in its life, only to be bought and sold by bigger companies who flipped the properties and made them better through like Kevin Feige. Because like if you look at the comics, you read like the Silver Age comics or the ones written by Stan Lee, and the art is cool, but the books suck. They're terrible. Like all the comics are dumb. They're for kids. They're Spider-Man stops a bank robbery and it's the Rhino. It's like it's all stupid. They're not that good. Like, there's nothing about them that's good, but just they're worth so much money now. Like it's insane.
They did a smart thing where they piecemeal them out to you. Because if comics came out and just were, this is the book for the year, they wouldn't be big. They wouldn't be huge. They wouldn't be the big money making scheme that they are. But they give you a little taste.
Well, it's because now it's like comics are like the only thing good about comics are indie comics. Like there's a new comic out they just read called Stray Dogs. Have you heard of Stray Dogs?
Heard of it. I don't remember anything about what I heard though.
So Stray Dogs just came out, just finished its 5 issues. It's basically a cartoon, a Disney movie with dogs with 7.
Yeah, you told me about this a few podcasts ago.
Did I? Okay, because I finally read it. I bought them all and I read them because you couldn't even find these issues anywhere because they're in their 5th printing. And I got them all at one store in Florida. I bought them all, and I bought so much fucking comics in Florida. I had to mail them to myself.
Well, that'll transition into our next topic because we're done with the episode.
Yes, we are. We can talk about comics all night now.
Here's the problem: we already rated it too.
It's done. It's over.
Okay, Florida. You went to Florida.
Yes.
As I described it, a 39-year-old childless man going to Disney World by himself.
I didn't go by myself. It was my friend. She was there for like 2 weeks, and I was there for 1 week. She went with a family, and the family left, and then I came in, and she was like, well, I'm going to keep the hotel room for another week, so if you want to come. I was like, oh, sure, I'll do it. And she rented a car for 2 weeks, and so it just drove me around everywhere, and I didn't have to deal with anything. I just had to pay for parking and food, and that was it. So my hotel was covered, and so was so it was nice. It was like, oh, this is fun. But it was fucking
Florida.
Just miserable. 98 degrees and 98% humidity. Oh, fuck. It was rough.
That humidity in Florida is no fucking joke.
And I am not a theme park person. It was fun to see it. Like, I just went for mostly Star Wars Land. That was cool. Simpsons Land was fun, but it was very tight. It was very small. Like, really? Simpsons Land was literally like half a block of stuff. The ride was fun. They had like carnival rides, and they had. I think I sent you the pictures. That's all it is.
Well, the problem is they're 20 years too late.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine if they had like a little mini Springfield, like the house, and like most?
Oh no, yeah, and they do have that in. I think Vegas had that for a minute. Somewhere in Nevada had it. Like the neighborhood was made to look like The Simpsons, but then it became a real neighborhood. So everything about it turned into a neighborhood in reality. So the color palette's all done. It's not that color palette anymore. I think that's something you can look up. It's like, because back in the day, Fox had a promotion where you could win a trip to Springfield. And it was a street that was made into the houses of the neighborhood with the Quickie Mart and all that shit. And I think now it's still there, only it's a neighborhood. Like the neighborhood took it over, like because they're houses now. It's weird. Like they live in the Simpsons house, but it's an actual house now, something like that.
That's bizarre.
It's weird. Like, you look it up online. I'm sure it's on YouTube. I'm sure it is. I'm probably going to watch that tonight because that sounds interesting.
You talked yourself into it.
I talked myself into that. It'd be more interesting than this fucking slog of Night Gallery. But it's fun. I don't have to go back to a theme park for 10 years, honestly. I don't care. I'm not a ride person. I don't ride roller coasters. I'm not that person. I just don't care.
Yeah,
So
Universal Studios, Hollywood, Real
because
Life Person's House.
yeah,
I don't know. All these videos look awful, so I'm not gonna.
yeah, no, they're probably terrible.
Yeah, I did go to Disneyland. I don't know, probably 8-9 years ago now, and
I feel like we all went to Universal.
we did. Yeah, we went to
We did,
Universal,
yeah.
and I went to Disneyland when we were there. But I didn't.
Yeah,
You know, I was fucking 19. I didn't give a shit.
yeah,
I went as an adult, and they had the whole cartoon world, and I'm like, this is pretty cool.
yeah,
And I was like, all right, I'm done.
yeah. No,
Done. All right.
you go. Yeah, no, you can walk through it. I'm done. I'm good. I'm out. This is fine.
And I did the Pirates of the Caribbean thing. I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah,
I'm done.
yeah. No, that's what it is. Yeah,
I appreciate it at a different level where I'm like, this is awesome that they can create this world in this space.
yeah.
I'm done.
And it was nice going on Twilight Zone Tower of Terror.
Yeah, I did that.
That was a lot of fun because it only exists in Florida, which I think is going to be there for a while because they can't have any Marvel stuff in Florida because Universal has all the Florida has all the Marvel stuff.
Oh, yeah. When I was in LA, they had the
LA has Disneyland has all the Marvel stuff.
yeah, but they had the Twilight Zone thing before.
Yeah. They stopped doing that recently because now it's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Ugh.
And my friend says actually she said it's actually a great ride, but I just there's something about that Twilight Zone ride with the phony Rod Serling with no cigarette in his hand.
If you look up how much the shit from that ride costs, some of it's super expensive.
Yeah.
Because every once in a while, I'll go on OfferUp and look up Twilight Zone stuff, and it's always the Tower of Terror thing. I'm like, I don't want anything from that.
Yeah.
That actor who played Rod Serling in those videos,
Yeah,
the same one that's on the new show that plays Rod.
Oh,
Cartoon Rod.
interesting.
Rod.
Yeah,
Like, he does a good job, but,
that's weird.
someone that specific is really hard to do.
Yeah, it's a caricature. You can't really do straight up Rod's sirloin. Rod medium rare sirloin.
Roderick Sirloin.
It's delicious. Man, his writing is delicious, and the steak is good too.
Speaking of Star Wars, this is my new project. I gotta paint this.
Oh wow, look at that.
I found this at Goodwill for
There you go. Oh, that's it. Florida Goodwills, shit, all junk. Oh my god, I was so sad.
What is this?
That's probably it was a bank. You put quarters in there. You can thuck Baby Yoda's face.
Jesus.
Take it, go glue.
Bank.
Ah!
Make a deposit.
I love it. I love you.
Oh, show me your liquid funds.
Oh my god, that's disgusting. But yeah, no, it's fine. It's fun, and yeah, I mean, but the way Disney World is now, or I think Disneyland too, you have to select the Rise of the Resistance, the Star Wars ride. It's not like you can just go get in line for it. You have to pre-register at 7:00 in the morning to get on it before 2:00
that day.
That day, and your phone, you have to be plugged into that park for that day, or else you cannot get on that park in that ride.
Fun.
It's all on your phone now. You can't do it any other way.
The happiest place on earth.
If you don't know how to use your smartphone, you're fucked.
I think Disney is vastly overrated, personally. There is some cool stuff, and why the fuck it's the happiest place in the world is beyond me.
I don't know how people could have passes and go there multiple times, like a month.
That's what I was getting to.
I don't understand that. I don't get it.
One of my coworkers is super into Disney stuff, and her and her husband go, and they are really into it, and like they buy all the little toys, and she tracks them down. I'm like, that's like I appreciate as a collector myself.
Yeah,
that's awesome. But why Disney? Like, I don't have that.
Yeah, it's something strange. But I'll say that
like the movies, that's different.
They didn't change. I've never been on Splash Mountain. They didn't change it yet, so it's still howdy, Brer Rabbit.
No,
we're gonna get that rabbit and gonna put it in the molasses. Woo! They still have that voice, and I was like, yes.
He won't catch us not working. Nobody knows how.
Thank you, Disney.
They kept the crows.
They kept the Dumbo crows.
Oh God!
I seen a housefly. I seen a
where it's essentially
Oh.
what the fuck is his name? I'll say it's him, but racist.
Foghorn Leghorn. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I found that in the garage sale. Zippity Doo Dah video cassette, the musical version that goes for about $20 online. So it's Disney does not want that to come out anywhere, and it's funny shit.
Disgusting.
I laugh. It's silly stuff. It's just fucking. Who cares?
It's gonna end up on Hulu because they're like,
yeah,
we own Hulu. We can throw it on there if we want.
No, but
here's a Song of the South. Have fun.
But we were listening to a podcast though while we were in the car, and they were talking about Disney covers up all the deaths that happen in the park.
Oh yeah,
because there's a lot of people that die on these rides. It happens. Yeah. Like they were talking about
statistically, it has to happen a lot.
Yeah, well, because people do stupid shit, and I guess they were saying,
or they're just old and they go on a ride.
Well, no, the Who Framed Roger Rabbit ride in Toontown, like if you've ever been on that ride, but you're in the car and it spins a lot, and like they collide into each other, kind of a thing. So I guess these people thought it'd be fun to throw their infant or their baby kid to the other car, but they missed, and then the kid was crushed by the other cabbie. Like this shit happens, and it's like, what do you do with it? Because that's not Disney's fault. That's fucking stupid.
Put up signs, don't throw your baby.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, don't throw your kid. Well, that's what they say. Don't swap cars in the middle of the ride. That is actually something they do tell you not to do. But I don't know.
Tossing, no dog toss. What else do we have? How specific do you got to get before it's not Disney's fault?
Yeah, well, I did love the one story about a cast member who got crushed by one of the rotating stages because they had to go to the next stage because it moves, and they got caught into something, and that would not be pleasant.
Yeah.
Because I watched the Progress, the animatronic World of Progress. That was actually pretty cool. That was made in the 80s or in the I want to say it was made in the 80s, like the late 80s, and they go through 1900s to 1990s or whatever, the future. And it was I recorded it, so I got most of it on my phone.
I saw a lot of it.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
The times are different here. Oh, that shit.
Where they had to relearn how to talk to black people. Get up! Yeah. I'm sorry. You're an employee now.
They're lazy. They sit on their porches all day. They're called the porch. Oh, I can't say that.
Now that laser over there looks pretty hot, boy. Can you go walk in front of it and just see what happens?
Yeah, I had it
right in half. Okay.
LeBron James is supposed to be a pretty good basketball player there.
Send 3 or 4 more of those guys in there, and then we'll see what happens. Oh, they all got cut in half. Okay, interesting.
Oh, my God.
Science. Okay.
Look at you, TiVo.
Can you imagine if we sent a white guy in there? Oh, my God. If a person got cut in half, it'd be crazy.
Oh, my God. Not cattle.
Fucking Disney.
Not my oxen that I just bought at the shop. No, but I was going to build my lightsaber, and I opted out. I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this.
Build your lightsaber?
You go to Star Wars Land, you can build your lightsaber?
Like a teddy bear? Like the...
Yeah, oh yeah, you can build a droid, too. Build a droid there. What? That's $150. The lightsaber's $200. But I went there, and before, you could, piece it all out. Now they just give you, because COVID, they don't let you do that anymore. You have to pick one out specifically and build it. And I was like, well, I don't want to do that. That's no fun. Because there's 4 to choose from, and that's it. I wanted a piece of this one, a piece of that one, and they wouldn't do that. So I was like, well, then I ain't going to do that.
Darth Maul's thing.
Yeah. I wanted to make it double-bladed with, different hill. Oh, it would have been awesome. I want
Return of the Jedi Luke with Darth Maul.
No.
Some cool color.
No. Can't do that no more. They won't let you do that. How I give you an extra $200, you fucks? I'll give you another $200, whore, and I can do whatever I want with you. I can jizz in your face.
Or you get the Darth Sidious thing where you have 6 or whatever.
Excuse me, that's
Grievous.
General Grievous.
Sorry.
General Grievous.
General
Sidious is the Dark Lord of the Sith.
I apologized already.
General Grievous was the general of the Separatists. I fucking hate that movie. The fucking prequels aren't good. They're bad. They're bad.
This is where I completely disagree with everything Pete and his peeps.
No, well, they do that on purpose because it's political. It's not about movies. It's politics. And that's why I can't stand that.
Politicized Star Wars prequels.
They did. They found a way because it's George Lucas and Kathleen Kennedy's The New Order, and they took his creation away from him, even though he's executive consultant on everything that they do.
Even though he sold it,
and he sold it. So
to.
No, he didn't.
He's already a billionaire.
He already fucked it up with the fucking prequel, so I don't want him to do it again. I don't want another George Lucas trilogy. It was garbage.
It's like if I raised my daughter, got her on junk, and then was like, sold her to some Egyptian lord, and was like, "You fucked her up." What the fuck? Like, no,
she joined the Taliban.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid bitch.
I was laughing. Speaking of Taliban, it's loosely related.
Yes, of course.
I was watching Archer. I was like, I'll go back and rewatch Archer because the new season came out. Not the new one, but the one previous. And I was like, I laughed like 4 times.
Really?
And I was like, I want to go. No, the new season.
Oh, the new season. Okay.
And I was like, I want to go back to glory days. And went back to the very beginning.
Okay.
And they work for ISIS. That's the name of their company. I was like, oh yeah.
I remember that joke.
It hits a point in like season 6 or 7 where they're like, oh fuck. Because ISIS started to take over.
Yeah.
You had to stop that. And then they literally have a shot of a guy rolling out a sign that says ISIS, like rolling it out of the office, and they don't mention it again.
That's funny.
And I feel bad because, like, how could they have known? Like, they couldn't have.
No, yeah. Or maybe that was the joke the whole time. But
what bad luck. And I was like, and the show never really recovered from that. Like, it was never as funny as it was.
Well, they did that whole season where it was back in time during the Hollywood 50s or whatever.
Yeah, that's the one I'm on now.
The murder mystery. Because was that one any good? I saw some of it. I laughed. But I didn't.
It's all good.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's just I think now with COVID and everything, they're having a hard time. Plus, their castmates keep fucking dying left.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say she just died. So
she's in the new season, I guess. I haven't seen it.
Oh, really? It's her voice,
the one that's coming out. Yeah, but she sounds like she's on her deathbed.
Wow.
She's like, yeah. I'm like,
oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Go see a Star War. Here's some money. Go see a Star War.
She's great. Jessica Walter.
She's dead now.
She did.
She was hot when she was younger, too.
Oh, yeah. Saw some pictures.
She was good looking.
But she has some of the best quotes in real life about that show. She's like, I have no idea what I'm saying on that show. They just hand me a script.
Yeah.
And then I just say it.
She's the reverse Chevy Chase.
Oh yeah, I'm like
she doesn't understand it, and everyone loves her for it.
Yeah,
Chevy Chase doesn't understand it. They all hate his fucking guts.
Read this horrible thing. Like anytime she talks to Ray Gillette, the Adam Reed, the creator of the show, she just calls him like Mrs. or Miss or just horrible shit to him, and I love it.
It's a good show. Well, I've never watched Bob's Burgers though. Speaking of animated shows, I haven't never watched that. I watched the first season of F is for Family. I never watched that anymore. Did it get better?
Seasons, yeah, it's fine.
It was funny. I enjoyed the first season.
The first season was definitely the best. But
is it?
But Bob's Burgers is more closely related to The Simpsons than anything.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
It's good. It has a little more wholesomeness to it, which is nice for change of pace. Archer's definitely not that.
Oh no.
Archer's more like It's Always Sunny, where it's just people arguing.
Yeah,
I love. That's what I love.
Is Family Guy still on?
Yeah, somehow.
Is it really?
And then American Dad's there, holding strong.
That's on TBS though, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's not on Fox anymore.
Correct. Yeah, they made a smart decision, moved it over to TBS.
That's weird.
Distance itself from. Yeah, I'm glad they went over to TBS. But that's always been one of my favorite shows, though. So.
I don't think I've ever seen an episode all the way through.
It's solid. It's not like Family Guy at all. Not even.
Well, I don't know. Animation stuff, cartoon. I don't know. Looney Tunes for me, I'll watch, and that's probably as far as I'm going to go because they're short and to the point.
Wow.
And Simpsons. I think the Simpsons spoiled me. I just never recovered from that.
American Dad is a lot like The Simpsons.
Yeah.
In the fact that it's actually a good story, and they tell a story with the characters more so than the just stupid randomness. Like Family
Right. Yeah.
Guy.
Well, South Park's still funny.
South Park's always funny, but that's
I rewatched South Park when I was in Florida, and The Office was on with a marathon, and then after that was the South Park. So that was kind of fun. I was watching Robert California give his speeches, James Spader, which is awesome. Does your daughter watch The Street? The Street, Sesame Street,
all about sex.
Yeah, no, she likes The Street. Yes. Well, it is a cultural point of our youth and culture in general. Who is the number one person on the street right now? Elmo. Yeah, exactly.
He has a line where he goes, "You ever notice when people doodle? It's always houses or penises.
Yeah.
The houses are almost always I forget what's it. Modern, and the penises are always circumcised."
Yeah, because he's doing his list. Yeah, I saw an episode. He's doing a list of names. He goes, "Well, they're my doodles.
Yeah,
I don't draw. I'm not an artist, so I write names. That's how I doodle."
Oh, fuck, what is the name of the house? The type of houses?
I think he said Victorian.
Victorian, thank you.
He said Victorian style, and the penises are always circumcised. Strange. That was funny.
I made a thing a long time ago. Frank and I were doing the podcast, and one of the podcasts we listened to, the co-host sounded like he was a like if I hit a button, like he sounded like he was just not a real person. Like hitting a button and playing clips from this guy.
Yeah,
it would be like a booth, like he's coming in like Ice-T's in the studio, and he's like, "Can you go ahead and raise the levels on that Ice Cube?" You know, it sounded fake, and I was like, he sounds exactly like Robert California. Like the nonsense he says is amazing.
Yeah,
I'll see if I can find that clip because it is something.
That's funny.
Let's see here. Random audio. Oh God, could it be in this? Could I have found it already?
That's quick.
Oh, Shoebox California. Here we go. Okay.
There you go.
There's a show about shoeboxes, but it's going to go back and forth between Robert California and the guy from this show.
He's been stuck in the studio working on your stuff all week.
He wants respect. He wants love. He wants to be younger. He wants to be attractive. There is no such thing as a product. Don't ever think there is. There is only sex.
Somebody was saying... You didn't get her name, did you? No. Because I could, send a love her way. My little Popeyes
she might need
girl.
It, though. The
we'll call
Mafia
it olive oil.
The fallacy is that it is up to the steamroller. It is up to the object, whether it will be flattened or not. And I can tell just from the small interaction we've had already, you won't be flattened by anybody. Do you agree with me, Jim?
Pick what you love.
Safe stuffing, too.
I like stuffing. So we talking about more food.
I wasn't talking about food.
Some people do let their mind run.
Here it is.
They draw houses, penises. Funny how the houses are always colonials and the penises are all
colonials.
Don't you think?
But I will tell you, I am very certain that there have never been any violations against crap heaven.
When two animals are having sex, one of them is communicating a message to the other. Nothing is mutual. This isn't very helpful. You're going to want to hear the sexual metaphor.
In case somebody doesn't know, I am not African American.
How much he sounds like him?
It is bizarre. Yeah, it's funny.
Let's just say I created that clip, and it didn't take me long because I'm like, And I played that for Frank, and he's like, I don't know which is which.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Yeah.
He is. It's like he's trying to do it, but
that's pretty fucking crazy.
If they didn't get James Spader for that show, I don't know how they did that.
No.
So it's like I feel like they have Robert California unused clips on a little button prompt. They just hit it. He said the most random shit.
That's hilarious.
It's insane how close that guy was.
Oh man, that was funny.
So you're glad you're out of Florida now?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it was fine to get away, but I'm glad I'm back.
I'm glad you're
black. Yeah, I'm black. I'm so glad. Yeah, it's just, I did it. I'm done. Like I said, I'm not going to probably ever go back.
I like that the one time you go to Florida is when Adam's dead. You can't visit.
Well, I've been to Florida before. I was in Florida in '93, so I went back. I've been there 2 times. But yeah, I mean, but he lived. Where did he live? He was in Tampa. Oh shit, he was right there. He was really close. Shit, we could have lunch. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh well. I could have just went and got his movie collection, and his sister didn't have to mail it.
I do think every time I watch an episode of this, I'm like, would Adam have hated this?
Oh, he would have hated these.
I think he would have liked this Western one.
Maybe
he liked the slow westerns and the.
He would have hated. You would have hated the girl with the eyes.
Yes. Yeah.
That one he would have hated bad. Like,
yeah.
And he would not have sat through the last show that we did. The what was it? Oh, that horror story, American Horror Story. I think he would have hated it.
I wouldn't have. I don't know, because it had Adrian Barbeau.
Like, well, that would be the only redeeming factor, if that.
That was a big redeeming factor for Adam, though.
I don't know. I think no. The tranny would have just threw him for a loop. That just sounds fucking stupid.
Let me bring up now. I did 2 episodes last week on my own.
Yes.
That was interesting. I haven't done that in a while.
Yeah.
I've never done it live, so that was the first time doing it live.
Ooh.
We've had one solid viewer this entire live stream.
Wow.
I don't know who it is because they haven't commented. It's probably Frank working.
Probably. It's just in the background.
Working in the bathroom. But last week I did the Collection and the Cradle of Darkness episode from 2002. Both of them from 2002. And the Collection starred Jessica Simpson.
Oh my God.
Fighting dolls like Puppet Master. And I was like, why isn't Dick here? This is a perfect episode for him.
I'll probably have to watch that on my own now.
I hope you do, just so we could talk about it in the next episode.
I'll watch that. That sounds hilarious. What number was that?
Episode 137 of the 2002 version.
Oh my God.
Called The Collection. Cradle of Darkness was about a girl going back, Katherine fucking Heigl, going back in time to kill baby Hitler.
No.
And spoiler alert, she kills baby fucking Hitler.
What? Oh shit.
It's not a good episode, but
you're Hitler.
She jumps off a bridge with baby Hitler in her arms. And then not only does she do that, but you know who plays Hitler's daddy? Who I'm now going to call, instead of Dexter's dad, I'm going to call him Hitler's dad. James fucking Remar.
No.
He's Hitler's dad.
Oh my God.
And Katherine Heigl's just awful in it.
Holy shit.
It was a packed week, and you missed it.
Oh, it's like the best week ever. Oh, God damn it. I had to be in Florida.
I feel like I'm describing dreams to you.
That's a wonderful thing. Oh, my God. These are going to be amazing. I'm going to watch these.
Simpson was fighting dolls like Master. Oh.
We were big-ass titties hanging out, fighting dolls.
No, she's like shots in her face.
Well, this is like post, or I don't know. This is when was she famous?
Right at the height of her powers, right?
Yeah, I thought 2002 was kind of where she was at with the height of everything. Yeah, because that was about the time of the Daisy Dukes. That was 2005, wasn't it?
This is when she was like with Nick Lachey, I think.
Yeah, that was like prime Jessica Simpson.
And she looked like she looks fine.
No.
I appreciate her more than most of the people from that era because she's like, I'm fucking out of here. You guys have fun.
Yeah. Well, she made so much money on her clothing line. She's fine.
And kudos to her for that, for getting the fuck out of our site after that.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I like anybody that does that. They get it.
It doesn't seem like she got pushed out or was forced out. It seemed like she was like, all right, I'm done.
No.
My looks are declining a little bit. I'm out.
And Britney Spears keeps posting topless photos of herself on Instagram.
And getting people behind her like crazy.
Trying to get her conservatorship over. That's how you show you're an adult, when you keep showing your titties on Instagram.
Hey, so what? What does that have to do with her fucking money? I don't.
No, she looks good too. She looks good for being white trash as shit.
Oh yeah.
She is like the queen of white trash.
I'll be honest. I have honestly zero thoughts on her. I don't care. I want her to have, if she can. I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend like I know. If she can control her own money, great. Let her have it. If not,
K-Fed gave hope to millions of men across the world.
I remember when I was in 8th grade, this super dorky kid in my class. This is 98. It was in my keyboard introduction class. So it was like learning how to use the keyboard.
Oh God,
computers are just becoming like in-house things.
Yeah,
so that's why I could type fast, because I took this class. And we're sitting there and we're doing, you just do that typing on the computer, and it just measures your word per minute. That's literally all you did for the whole class. But that was a fucking class back then, kids. Super dorky, big Coke bottle glasses. And he's like, how old is Britney Spears? And I was like, oh, I don't know. She's born, she's 16 and we're 14. 13 and 14. He goes, 2 years older? I have a chance. And I was like, amen, brother. Holy shit.
He wasn't far off.
And that's my first memory of Britney Spears, is that kid going, I have a chance. And this is before the K-Fed shit. It turns out he probably did.
He was K-Fed. That was K-Fed.
Because I'll be honest, I don't know who the fuck K-Fed is. I don't know who.
I think he's from Fresno.
But was he a guy who had a band, an album?
No.
Or did he just then he did music?
No, he was a background dancer for her videos. Like, that's where he was a background dancer. And he was married to somebody else who was like a dancer. And she was like a good looking girl, but she was like a black woman. So he had like 3 kids with her. This guy was full of sperm, and he made so many kids with so many different women.
And that's his legacy.
Oh, his legacy is being booed off the stage in West Hollywood during Halloween nights. I remember that. I was there for that. Because he was a rapper for about 2 minutes, and he was doing everything he could to cash in, and good for him, because he worked. You have to get to him. He worked for his money, because he knew that window was going to close, and when it's closed, it was closed forever. And he didn't give a shit. He was eating hot dogs and brownies and getting stoned and cashing in those Britney checks. He's a hero.
Here's how behind the times the Cleveland show was. Another cartoon. That show debuted, 2012, 13?
Roughly.
15? I don't even know.
Look it up, because I'm curious. Yeah, it had to be
way the fuck. Okay, that was debuted in 2009.
Jesus Christ.
They have a character on that show that is Kevin Federline. I think his name is like even close to Kevin Federline.
Maybe it is Kevin Federline.
No, it's
let me see. Okay, I'm gonna ask the internet. Kevin K-Fed today. K-Fed 2021.
Oh God. See, under overpass.
No, he's fine.
Federline Jones, played by Jamie Kennedy.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Federline's most recent public appearance was in 2019 when he performed as a DJ in Atlantic City. For now, Federline is focusing on raising his children. Spears does provide child support for Sean and Jaden. In addition, she pays tuition and extracurricular costs for the 2 sons she shares with Federline.
But here's how dated this show was already. They had a character that's clearly Kevin Federline. He's Federline Jones. Look at this. Look at the screen.
Yeah, there you go. That's got to be him.
And it's played by Jamie Kennedy.
Jamie Kennedy? Oh, God.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, look. However, K-Fed's acting and dancing careers are behind him. These days, he's focused on raising his 6 children.
Huh. How many with Brittany?
2.
Huh. Not as much. I would have guessed 3 at least.
I think he had 3 with his first wife.
Well, that would make out the 6. Interesting.
Let's see, when was? Yeah, so shit. Wow. Oh my god, 10 more rows? Are you shitting me?
Load other. Isn't Marlon Brando just fucked all day?
Oh my god. Look.
Clint Eastwood just knocking up a baby a
he's
week.
43 years old. He was born Fresno, California.
I never thought this would be my life where we're doing a deep dive on Kevin Spacey.
It just happened. 6 children. Oh my god. Oh Jesus.
Hope he's not like
Christ.
Marlon Brando's kids though. Good Christ.
No, I think he's actually a pretty good dad. I think the kids are pretty even-ended. They're not nuts.
This is Britney Spears to him.
I want you to fuck me, Larry.
Yeah, multiple times. Jesus Christ. This guy, incredible. Yeah, so he doesn't work anymore. So no, he's done. But yeah, I don't know. How does he get, if Britney Spears doesn't have her own money, how does she pay for child support and extracurricular coveraging of like tuition and things like that?
Well,
she must get money, like a stipend.
It would still be paid out of the conservatorship.
Yeah, but I guess the father takes care of that because that's who's in charge of her money. Did she get it?
I don't know if she did, and why the fuck are we talking about this? I don't know, but all I know is he got ousted from the head of that. So
leave Britney alone.
That's the last thing I know.
Remember that guy, the Britney Spears guy that was on the internet, and he was famous for a minute.
I fucking hate pop culture, like that sort of pop culture. If we're talking about movies, that's fine, but if you're talking about like
social media,
I don't give a shit about People Magazine.
No,
I don't want to know them. Yeah. I'm not like them. They have very different lives. Let's stop pretending we all are the same. When
you look at a People magazine from like the 80s to today, it is like you see the trajectory of humanity, because we used to read, now we can't even read. It's like all pictures and like little blurbs of text, and that's it.
Of how to feel.
Yeah, and it's pretty much it. And it's just like, what the fuck? Like, this is wow. Nobody knows how to read. Nobody can put a sentence together. It's scary.
Like, they almost need a speaking, like,
yeah,
Brad Pitt pictured with like just a voice.
Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie,
Go away,
I'm baiting. Shut up! Oh, shut up! Trying to bait.
Ouch, my balls.
The number one movie is Ass.
90
What is that about? Oh my god, it's so fucking correct.
Yeah.
No,
only it was off by 500 years.
We're fucked. Just when I was in Florida, I was like,
"There's a movie called Ass." 90 minutes of an ass on screen.
It won Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Original Screenplay.
Yeah. I love it.
Half
of Idiocracy made my top 10 list if it was just half a movie.
Yeah, no, Idiocracy is pretty good for the first 40. Well, again, there's a few movies like that.
We'll end with our movie talk again.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first half being great and the second half being okay. There are a lot of them.
I don't know if there's a lot of them. Because there's movies where you'll watch a bad movie and it sucks until the last 20 minutes are great, and then the movie's awesome.
I'll say Demolition Man is an example of the first half being fucking awesome, and the second half I'm like,
a
little less awesome.
Yeah, I would agree.
A significant dip in quality.
I still like the movie, but
it's where I got my name from.
You can take
So,
what's your boggle?
My boggle?
My boggle?
How much do you weigh?
Fuck you.
I weigh exactly 100. Ah! Yeah.
Where's the laser guns? There's a future and shit. Where's the laser guns?
The second half is all Dennis Leary and
yeah, it turns into a different movie.
Yeah, it's just an action.
You can tell. Yeah, you can tell they did not. Whatever was written before, they threw it out because it was too good.
The first half is all fish out of water with a gangster in the future. It's all amazing.
Yeah.
All the Wesley Snipes stuff is amazing in that movie.
Yeah.
And then the second half is it's good. It's still great, but it's, yeah.
You have to kill Simon. What's his Edgar Grimley or what was it? What was his character's name? Edgar Friendly.
Edgar Friendly.
Edgar Friendly. Kill Edgar Friendly. I can't kill this guy. Kill this son of a motherfucker, please. Ah! And then he didn't think about that.
Jesse Ventura will do it.
Jesse Ventura shoots him in the head.
Jesse
didn't think that far ahead.
He's the mind.
Now I'm Jesse the insane.
I'm going to go down to
nuts.
Mexico. And we're going to learn about
Aztec UFOs.
I'm the clothed fuck, what's his name? God damn it, I blanked.
I'm an intellectual now.
No,
Henry Rollins.
No, god damn it, I'm so pissed at myself right now. I know the last name, can't think of the first name.
Oh no, what was the last name though?
Oh, I'm the intellectual Randy Quaid.
Oh my god, Jesus.
He is.
Ooh.
I did a podcast like 7 years ago called Randy Quaid is a mythological creature.
Well, yeah.
He's become like some weird like fairy tale.
Yeah. It's just
don't like the street walking horrors, you'll become a Randy Quaid. You get that VD and live in a hotel in Canada.
Don't be related to Dennis Quaid. Poor Dennis Quaid. You have to live with that shit. How's your brother, Dennis? Every fucking hour on that show that he's in.
See, I don't know, because my mom had a brother that had like severe schizophrenia, and he would call her all the time until I eventually was like, stop fucking calling us. And he stopped calling until his death. But
oh, that was nice.
Well, she was like, yeah, probably because he was threatening, you know? Like, I'll fucking kill you, don't fucking, like that sort of shit. And I was like, stop fucking calling her.
Just like Laura Linney in that Love movie, the Christmas movie. What was that movie called? The one that Remco loves? Fuck.
Love Actually?
Love Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Laura Linney has a schizophrenic brother, and that's why she's got to deal with that. And he like tries to hit her.
Yeah.
Like they have to hold him back. And she goes.
But I think that's how Dennis Quaid views Randy, where he's like,
don't call here.
I'm not even embarrassed. Just fuck off, man.
Don't do that fucking video where you put Rupert Fox's face on your wife and you butt fuck her.
And you,
I mean,
that was the grossest part. Oh,
and they look
so
like,
accurate.
Oh my god, they look like the people that asked me where they could get some synthetic heroin. What's it called?
Oh god,
what was it called? Oh, shit, methadone. He goes, hey man, do you know where there's some methadone? It's like I don't do it anymore, so I don't know where it is. He goes, oh, I used to do it. Yeah. There's a juice bar somewhere on McHenry. Thanks, man. I was like, oh man, they're everywhere here. We got homeless people everywhere. They're fun. They're fucked up nuts.
This is why you need a new governor.
No, we just need to collect the homeless people and put them in like a hole somewhere.
That's what Schwarzenegger did.
Well, that's what California has bought all the Motel 6s and turned them into homeless shelters. That's what they're doing. They're making hotels homeless places, and it's like doesn't do a thing. Doesn't help anything.
They're not addressing any of the fucking issues of homelessness. They're just saying, "Oh, here's a house.
Yeah, come shit and piss in this place."
They're not houseless. They're fucking. They need meds or they need fucking addiction problems. Like they have not fixed any of their problems.
Mostly, yeah.
They just invite people in.
They're all mentally disabled. It's sad, but it's just like
it's sad as shit. But like, what are you supposed to do at certain
we can't. Yeah, I know that's what. And that's why I had that conversation with people in Texas because they're just like, "What do you do? How can you? Why can't you just help these people?" I said they don't want help. Sometimes they don't. Like 90% of them choose
they need help.
Yeah, I mean, 50%. Is by choice, and the other 50% is mental problems. They need to be in a hospital. There's no hospitals.
Ineffective Gavin Newsom was like, picture of homelessness is a single mother or a mother who has 3 children. Is like, no, you're that's literally a quote from him. You're like, no, you're
an idiot. And you have to when you do Newsom, you have to talk like American Psycho because he looks like Bale in American Psycho.
He does.
He's
Which
got
has a new 4K release coming out that I can't wait for.
No.
I'm going to show
Is
you
it-
right now.
What was this recently announced? I haven't seen this.
It just
Oh
came out.
shit! Oh, this is the 20th anniversary.
Yeah, let me show you though.
Oh
'Cause
my
this is
god!
awesome. I'm so excited. I don't ever get excited for releases anymore, but watch this.
Does it have Christian Bale commentary?
I don't know, but all I saw was the case, and I'm like, yes, look at this. The
What?
slip cover is the peel mask. You take it off.
That is awesome. When's that coming out?
That comes out November, October.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, October 5th.
Wow.
I don't
That's
ever get
Steelbook.
excited for releases anymore, but that is fucking awesome.
That is awesome.
I
Holy
appreciate
shit.
a little effort, especially when it's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, $20.
That's a
Steelbook.
buy.
Steelbook,
That's a
dude.
buy.
That's steel.
Definitely. Well, the Steelbook won't be. I don't think they'll have that cover. It'll probably be just the regular one.
No, the steelbook is the face, and then the plastic sheeting is the,
Oh, so it has a shield over the Steelbook. Oh, okay,
which is awesome.
that's cool.
I love the fact that they incorporated, like, I don't know, it's different. You never see that anymore. They get so lazy with their movies after a while.
Well, you want to talk about like hot items that that burn off the face of the earth is Steelbooks, like the Marvel Steelbooks or like anything that's Steelbook. The first week it comes out, it's like $80, and then if you don't buy it in the first 2 weeks, it goes down like $10.
And
Like
Best
nobody
Buy
cares.
has learned the value of getting their name on that shit. So they're like, all of them are Best Buy exclusives.
Steelbook!
That's all we have. That's literally all you go to
That's
Best Buy for.
That's all we got. What about CDs? Get the fuck out of here! Unless you didn't buy a Steelbook.
Is like this. Like, as long as my microphone is, just
Yeah, that's all I got.
It's like Yanni. Like, why?
Because fuck you. That's why. This is Best
Fuck your
Buy.
music.
Fuck you. That's why I love gay. Nothing beats going to a thrift store because they got DVDs and Blu-rays in there, and you can buy them for $1 a piece.
I got It Files for $1.50.
They have box sets at my Goodwill now. $1. Every DVD is $1. Everything's $1. So if you got like I bought The Office season 3 and 4 for $1 a piece. The whole seasons.
They had every season of The Shield on DVD, $5.50, and I was like, "Nah, I'm good." It's like $30 total. I'm like,
That's
nah.
nothing.
I know, but I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. Fuck
It's a good.
you. Why
It's a good show. It is a good
yeah,
show.
but why is it that expensive? Everything else is $2.50.
No, well, it's weird. They have this weird thing where sometimes they think something's worth a bunch of money. It's like no, because it's like I remember I bought. That's where I got my Babylon 5 box sets. Was a thrift store, and I said, I don't want to like. You have a tag. The tag says this, but then these don't have tags. And I think what happened was it was the set was that much, but then it was like $45 for all of it. But then they charged me $5 a piece. I was like, oh, that's fine. I'll give you $5 a piece for it. That's fine. But
this is really turned into like nerd talk.
Absolutely.
Because this episode of Twilight Zone, fucking nothing here.
Not even Twilight Zone, Night Gallery.
But Twilight Zone review, nothing.
Now, sorry guys.
Because fuck it. What are we supposed to talk about?
Sorry.
Remember that one guy who's also like, hey, I'm gonna go outside and face. I wish the time moved when I was watching this like it did in the episode, because it was like every 3 seconds was the top of the hour. I was like, hey, at least the time's moving in the episode.
Not in real life.
Not in real life. I'm like,
nope. Sorry, people who are actually fans of this show that think that we're talking about this with substance.
Well, how are you a fan of this show?
I don't know.
I understand like passively liking it, but loving it, I don't. I will never comprehend. That is like a. I hate to say the expression, but like it's Greek to me. I don't understand how you can even think that way. It's like suicide bombers. How?
Yeah.
How the fuck? I'm not wired that way. Pardon the pun.
No,
I don't get it. It just because so far what I've noticed is even the episodes that are okay are just like barely okay. Like they're like the last one.
Yeah.
I liked it too much for what it was. It was just me going, oh, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Like, yay.
You're just lost in the David Faulkner. David Faulkner.
There's some stupid shit that made me laugh.
Come on, David Faulkner.
And even that one I said the script sucks.
Yeah.
The acting's good, but that's it.
And the acting's always good in the Night
Always
Gallery.
stuck.
Honestly, that's the one thing that's consistent is they have solid actors.
Even that earworm episode.
Yeah,
Was
they're
good
they're
acting,
solid character actors, and they're all they're theater trained. You can tell,
Yeah.
but it's just.
But even Lawrence Harvey couldn't save that fucking episode. And
No.
it's just fucking nothing. Buddy Epson, great. Who doesn't love themselves some Beverly Hillbillies?
Fascists.
You're fucking nothing out of this episode, though.
Fucking fascist.
Must be exhausting. That's one of my favorite lines from.
He's a nihilist. Oh, must be exhausting. He's sitting there in the pool chair. Oh my god, classic.
See, that's the joke where I get why Adam would go, because you're not.
I don't know. That's a litmus test for me. If people don't understand Big Lebowski, it's like I don't understand how you can't like that movie. If you're a film guy, how can you not like Big Lebowski?
He doesn't like whimsy.
That's what it was. He hates whimsy.
That's what it boiled down to. He got so pissed at me for that.
He did. He was not happy about that. That was funny. That's why I always bring it back. In a hurricane, the eye of a hurricane. That's what I kept thinking about watching that Val Kilmer documentary because they talked about Richard Stanley and,
of course, it's all his money.
Of Dr. Monroe, and just thinking of Al Adams' impersonation. The only impersonation you could do was Richard Stanley. Hurricane. I'm going to call my warlock, lawyer, and get a lawsuit.
My warlock. And it went down, and there's a hurricane
in the eye of the hurricane. Oh man. Rest in peace, Adam.
Oh, Adam.
Adam.
Some shows got a lot less fun after he passed.
Yeah.
And that's why we stopped him.
We don't do John Carpenter no more.
Or John Frankenheimer.
That's probably a good thing. After 99, after Andersonville, I think Adam was done anyway. He wasn't.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
And that was a good movie, yeah.
And 99 and blah, 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 blah.
I liked that one.
I liked it.
That's a different movie. It's interesting. I'll give him that.
It's a weird Bond movie.
It's a weird movie, but it's a good one. I like that one.
Even the bad Frankenheimer movies, there's something I like.
I don't know about 52 Pickup, though. I think that's pretty bad.
I've never seen it, so I can't.
I saw pieces of it. It's on HD Net every day.
But like we never got to, we will get to it eventually, but we never did Reindeer Games.
I need to watch that. I'm excited. I kind of want to do that one.
Have you ever seen it?
I've never seen it. I just heard it's so bad.
No, it's like it feels like a 90s ridiculous movie, but the problem is it was made in 2000.
Yeah.
So it's like, a little too late. But Gary Sinise plays a greaser scumbag. Not greaser, like, 50s greaser, but like greasy prison hair. And Danny Trejo, Donna Logue.
Good cast.
What's his name from John Frankenheimer regular from Tales from the Hood? What's his fucking name? A funeral home.
Oh, Clarence Thomas III. Yeah.
Clarence Thomas III. Thank you.
Or Clarence Williams III.
Clarence Thomas.
Clarence Thomas, the Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. Was he the black guy on the Mod Squad?
Yeah, he shows up. He's got a quiet role. Obviously, Charlize and Ben Affleck, and there's a lot of small roles in that are fun.
I want to see it. I want to watch it.
It's a fun movie. It's an over-the-top, stupid movie with a stupid premise.
Well, it's one of those bad movies that you'll watch.
But it's exactly tying in full circle with our opening. It's a bad movie I'll watch.
We did it. We made sense of all of this nonsense.
Ben Affleck has some terrible ADR in it, where he's doing a voiceover at the end, where he's describing the plot, like he learned.
That's when you know it's bad. That's when you know they fucked up and they had to do that voiceover shit in the last act.
There is a director's cut, so it helps because there's 3.5 seconds more of Charlize Theron topless in a bathtub.
That makes more sense to me.
Yeah, but we never got to do Ronin, which is a great movie.
Ronin's a good movie.
Manchurian Candidate in seconds, obviously, but whatever. We'll do them. We'll get to them eventually.
I bought Manchurian Candidate on $1 DVD at the thrift store.
Well, you know what?
Special edition.
While we're here, Jansen wants to do Walking Dead instead of exactly. I thought I'd run it by you, and that's the result I expected.
I'm not doing it. I can't do it.
Okay. All right.
You guys can do it, but I fucking hate that show.
Oh, I'm with you. For the
I
most
hate
part,
it.
so.
I hate it. I watched that show for like 5 seasons straight. And I was just like, it doesn't go anywhere. I'm so sick of the governor. I was so fucking mad because that
was
would
12
never
years ago
end.
now.
I know. I'm still mad about that.
That show.
It's a bomb!
Oh, let me play it.
And it's
It's a bomb! He's got a bomb!
I'll stop it there.
It's classic. No, yeah, but this is a very successful show. Like, it's
So
one of the
glad
most
I found
successful
that.
shows ever, but it's not good. It's terrible. I hate that show. I just, everybody's just, I hate that show.
I don't
Never
even-
understood it. Never understood why it was so popular.
I don't even think it has fans anymore. That's the weird thing. I
maybe not.
hear
Yeah.
nobody talk about it. At a point where I was doing the podcast, I was one of the few actually still covering it. I was getting people like Angela Kang, one of the showrunners, talking about the show, my podcast. I'm like, what the fuck? And I still didn't care to keep going with it. I was like, how? I just don't. I have no interest in watching your show anymore. And that season ended up being the one that turned it around, which it got better. But I'm like, I just don't care. Like, some of the castmates were following me on Twitter, and I'm like, sorry, I just.
Was Maggie following you on Twitter?
No, Maggie's sister was, though.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wait, she didn't last very long. She died.
Yeah, she died in the hospital.
Is she even working anymore? Is she on a show? Is she
I don't know.
doing?
Seems like a sweethart, though.
I don't even remember.
No,
that.
actually, it was the other girl. It was even died way earlier in season.
Yeah,
1.
the second season.
It was Andrea's sister.
Oh,
from season 1. She started following me, and I'm like, oh, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that died in the Winnebago.
Yeah. That's a long time ago.
Yeah,
that's back when Frank Darabont was still happy getting checks from AMC before he sued him.
It's a show I want to like, but it just doesn't want me to, for the most part.
Yeah,
it's definitely changed course, and I'll give Angela Kang credit for that. But anyway,
yeah, I've heard it's gotten better, but
It
I'm not a zombie guy. Never was, and that's kind of the real. Like, it's fine. It's like whatever, and good for Robert Kirkman for making nothing but money because he's a comic book guy, and comic book guys get fucked over for their creations, and he's cashed in. Well, I mean, they still gave him a check, but I mean, he's still making money. But Robert Kirkman's like producer on all of his shows, and his shit. Like, I guess now, if you had the Invincible comic, that's shot up like huge because that show's supposed to be amazing on Amazon or whatever. The Invincible show.
Comic book writers, yeah, they have a rough time after the comic book ends because they're like, now what? Because oftentimes, like not George Miller, what's his name? Frank Miller. Frank Miller got some work, but Robert Rodriguez had to leave the guild to give him credit for that fucking movie for directing Sin City.
Well, Frank Miller is actually one of the few that was who made it better than most because Hollywood hired him for a time. He was a hot writer in Hollywood for like a few years there in the early 90s because he did do RoboCop 2. And I guess just RoboCop 2, the original script is like something insane. It's way not. I have the book. They made a trade comic.
Yeah,
I have it.
Say, they made a comic of it. It sounds cool. I haven't seen it, but
I've read some of it. It's fucking nuts.
I like RoboCop 2 too.
Yeah,
so.
RoboCop 2 is fun. Yeah,
it's fun. But Frank Miller is a guy I saw in the Chicago Comic-Con. I was walking in to the door with my friend, and I was like, I held the door open, and the next guy in line, I'm like, oh hey. He's like, hey. And
a fedora hat with his fedora hat on.
No hat on. And I was like,
oh shit.
I gave him that nod, and he goes, you get that look of like, don't say anything. I was like, I know who you are, man. He's like, thanks, man. Thanks for not saying anything. Like, kept walking.
Did he look like he was dying? Because every time I see him, he looks like he's
he looks awful
on his deathbed.
Yeah. But it was one of those moments where he's like, oh, thank you for not saying it. Like,
oh no.
Because people did not you don't recognize that guy. He just looks like a regular guy.
May draw me a picture of Batman.
Yeah, I was just like, fucking. I held the door open for Frank Miller.
Yeah,
my friends were, oh, that was awesome. I was like, we didn't even say anything to him other than I was like, all right, yeah, it's good. I don't want to bother you.
Thank you.
Like on his way into the building too.
Yeah,
he's like, no, I'm not on the clock.
He's probably saying, "Fuck, I got to spend 4 hours signing fucking shit, pretending to like people and draw my fucking square-jawed Batman 50 fucking times.
It's like when you walk into the store with an employee and you're like, he's clearly not in the clock. I'm not going to ask him anything. I wouldn't have said anything anyway. That's just me.
I don't care. Like, I don't ask for autographs. I don't care about
I would have
autographs.
done exactly what I did, which is
Yeah.
appreciate it, man. Like, good work. And that's it.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of people give him shit for stuff because they think he's a fascist. I'm like, well, no, you're not, but whatever.
I just didn't like the spirit. What am I going to bitch about that?
Actually, I didn't mind The Spirit. That's another bad movie that's like that's terrible but fun to watch. But I've seen it once and I'll never watch it again.
I have a poster of it. It's not in the office, but it's a cool poster. Better than the movie.
Better than the movie, yeah. That's for sure. That poor bastard who thought he was going to have a career and he never worked again.
Let's get out of here, right?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
All right. That was kind of our discussion about...
Sorry, Night Gallery fans.
You know what? Fuck yourselves, Night Gallery fans. Your show's awful.
You're going to start a Twitter war.
It's awful. It's an awful show. This episode is a part A. There's a part B, like I said, with Bill Bixby. It has a 7.7 IMDb. And every episode has like 280 or so people that rated it. So I gave it a 6.
Why.
Like you said, you gave it a 6.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Just way too long.
It's fine.
There's long pauses of any dialogue in this. And you're like, oh, God. It works in Once Upon a Time in the West.
Yes.
Where
That's a movie. It's cinema. It's a different thing.
Drinking out of his little cup.
Yeah.
It works. The opening scene where there's no dialogue and you just hear the water thing.
Playing with flies on his face. He's putting the gun barrel on the fly.
Water in his hat. You get that.
Jack Elam from Modesto, by the way.
The same thing that Tarantino did in Kill Bill when she kills Orinoshi.
Yeah.
It's that water thing.
He rips off the best.
It even took the soundtrack from the same guy.
Oh yeah, multiple times.
Oh yeah, and even used the unused soundtrack for the Hateful Eight.
Yep.
And got him an Oscar somehow.
Don't know why. Don't know how.
An unused soundtrack from decades before. That must have been a nice surprise Oscar. Anyway, I guess my recommendation would be check out Once Upon a Time in the West.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the best I can say.
Yeah. They need to have a special edition 4K of that movie release. I don't know why they don't. I'm sure it's on 4K, but no like special edition big release for it.
It's funny because the whole day I've been like compiling a list on Zia Records, my local used video store, And one of the first things I added was Once Upon a Time in the West on Blu-ray. $8. Yeah. But because I got rid of all my Blu-rays like 7, 9, 10 years ago, however long it's been, and I'm like kind of starting to get them back. But that's definitely
I think everybody goes through that. You purge, and then you collect a bunch of shit, and you purge, and you're like, I kind of want that back, so you go back and get it. And especially nowadays, it's so cheap now to get Blu-rays. And
exactly.
It's just that you can buy anything. You find anything.
It was like, all right, I got a feeling I'm gonna have to find a new place to live because this relationship's kind of.
Just leave me alone.
So now I'm like, all right, I'm secure now. Now I want.
You can come back and you can fuck me in my ass again.
Yeah. Not
whatever. Whatever you want to do. I'm fine.
You fuck me in the ass now.
Yeah, you're fine. But you gotta watch the long version of American Once Upon a Time in America. Yeah, get that one. The new one. It's like 5 hours long.
Ooh. Is there more of the strawberry sucker thing? How she's describing blowjobs?
Probably.
As long as you give her some candy after.
Oh God, yeah. That movie's fucking good too.
It is.
I would say that one is just, but it's a European version of American like history where it's like it don't give two fucks about anything. It's all real. Like it's just like if you like people, 12-year-olds would probably go give a fat 15-year-old girl a cupcake. She had big titties to fuck her. Like that's what was happening in 1910. It wasn't
1990.
Probably it's happening right now. I just gave a bitch a fucking pork roast.
Yeah. All right.
right, sorry.
LIWstudios.com, Loitering in Wonderland on YouTube, Phoenix West, Dick Dickett.
Good night.
Citizens of Wonderland, rejoice in the fact that we have covered another episode on the podcast. Go to liwstudios.com for more videos and podcasts. Subscribe to Loitering in Wonderland on YouTube. Check out the Indie Sports Car podcast and Way Off Topic Radio. Search on Amazon for books by Richard Pierce. Until next time, and in the meantime, we are Phoenix West, Frank Lynx, and Dick Dickett. So long, citizens. All hail glorious conformity. All hail our glorious leader. Shut off the fucking podcast now.
No Frank Lynx. Fuck that guy.
He's done. He's out.
He's dead.
You're out.